ever-evolving story.
Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Jason Schultz here. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. Mike Eitel sitting in Bevier, Missouri. Kenzie Teeding in undisclosed location somewhere in Kentucky. So let's go polling live. Great to have you with us. Got an action-packed show tonight. Got the Peissig brothers sitting in the backstage. They need more makeup. I'm going to let them sit there a little bit longer, and then we'll bring them on. I'm excited to have them at the Pullers Championship, and Mike going to run that interview for us. 8 o'clock, we're going to talk about Quoin, Illinois. They have a big indoor truck and tractor pull this weekend, a lot of farm stock, antique, mini rods. There's more stuff than I can even shake a stick at. And then we're going to, at 8:15, we're going to talk to Hammond, Louisiana. They're coming up March 28th and 29th. And then at 8:30, we're going to talk to the Larsons up there in New Richmond about their super pull, a big mini rod garden tractor pull, April 4th and 5th. 8:45, Mike will take us through pulling through the pass. And at 9 o'clock, we'll jump into Miscellaneous friends. So, Mike, do you want to let the Peissigs in right away, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring them on stage. I see no reason not to. They made their way into the Pullers Championship. Let's let them make their way right on to the podcast. Hey, Tim and Logan Peissig, welcome to the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. How are things up in Wisconsin right now?
It's good. It's still cold and raining and going to get snow in a couple of days again.
All right, all right. So but what you're saying is you're ready for that stuff to go away. You can go outdoor pulling again, correct?
Yeah, we're getting ready for it. That's for sure.
Okay, so tell the world, everyone, who we're talking to right here. Introduce yourselves, the brothers, the Peissig boys, drivers, Aftermath, Mini Rod. Let everyone know, hey, I'm Tim, I'm Logan, so that way everyone knows who they're talking to, and we'll start talking about your rich family history and pulling and where things are going. So who's who, and say hi to the world right now.
I'm Tim Peissig. I drive the Mini Rod Fallout, and then I'm Logan Peissig. I drive the Mini Rod Aftermath.
Perfect. Which one came first, or did they come roughly the same time?
Fallout was first, and then last year was the first year with Aftermath.
Okay. So for anyone who doesn't know, and I almost want to start at the most obvious place where we're going to chit-chat about these Ford Blue, beautiful mini rods. Of course, nothing but the Ford New Holland Blue. Aftermath, Fallout, the bomb. There's a big, fat boy nuclear weapon. There's a whole thing going on here. Kind of walk us through why the tractors are named what they are. And if you want to take us on a ride for, family history while you're at it, kind of let everyone know just what these things, what the connection is.
So it actually started with Dad. They had a diesel super stock. It was a black International 5488. It's actually Al Cook's tractor now. And that was originally called the Fat Boy. I think Kevin always had it called the Rocket. I don't know when they swapped that from Notorious to the Rocket. And that theme kind of stuck when Dad got that tractor from Wilhite back in, I don't even know when that was, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And just called it the Bomb. We had the Bomb and the Rocket forever. We actually had a pulling lawnmower. We called it the Missile. It was a little Ford too. It's pretty cool. And then, when we decided to do the mini rod thing, we sat down, we were at a restaurant, and we were just like, what are we going to call this thing? Like, we knew what it was going to look like. We knew it was going to be a Ford Blue. We knew it was going to have the Ford stripe on it. It was just a matter of, what do we call it? And we wanted to do something that was after a bomb. We thought about hand grenade for a while, or like firecracker, stuff like that, but we just settled on Fallout, and then we kept the theme with my tractor. Since I am a math teacher too, it really fits quite well.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I like it because it's after the bomb. Everyone remembers, the bomb is kind of, that's where a lot of the younger generation of pulling, I would say my generation, our generation, where we started to experience your dad doing his thing, and then what comes after the bomb? Well, hey man, it's the Fallout and the Aftermath, because, you've got these two pieces of the pie that are going out there. Fun name, fun history. I typically do a piece at the end of our show called Pulling Through the Past that I save until about 9 o'clock. But you guys already alluded to it. There's a photo I want to go ahead and drop up here. Now, your family has connections with Kevin Lynn, right? Your dad kind of started working as a mechanic. Tell us what he was doing, or kind of what his role was there with another tough running Ford from up north?
Basically, that was just Dad's best friend. They started off, it was actually Kevin's brother, John. Him and Dad were pulling I think it was a 7810 Ford or something in the pro stock class back in the 80s. And then that kind of went away. And then Dad just kept going with Kevin, helping with the Notorious tractor. And then once, I believe the black tractor was actually John Link's for a while. And then Kevin and Dad ended up with it. So then Dad started driving that one. And then when they sold the Notorious off, Kevin built that 8260 as a diesel. And that was diesel up until it laid the entire motor on the ground. And then that got spark plugs put in it.
So I want to show you a photo from one of the first tractor pulls I ever went to. And you guys tell me if this one kind of, you've already talked about it, but if this has some sentimental to, your family and whatnot. So this is the one we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a light limited super now. John Lynn actually drives it. Then our best friend Ryan, they have 2 light limited supers. So that sheet metal's still around. The only thing we really haven't found from that tractor that we really want to find is that clear wing on the back. We have not been able to find
such an iconic, such a
we
cool.
have no idea where it is.
There's a few pullers out there who've done that and kind of went with you'll even see some now do like the fiberglass on the back of those light supers where it's almost more like a modified. But yeah, that was an iconic, people remember, the plexiglass on the back of it. Tough running light super from back in the day. So let's fast forward to you guys. Obviously, your family has a huge lineage. Your dad, 2022 Hall of Fame inductee with National Tractor Pullers Association, multiple championships in a row. When did you guys start getting the bug, and how did we not end up on light super stocks?
Well, I drove the light super stock for the first time in 2012.
Okay.
And I actually won my first pull driving it. And then so the following year I finally turned 16 and I did a full season with it. And then, was that 2014 when you drove it the first time?
Yeah, I drove it. I only ever.
Logan, you were shaking your head and kind of laughing. Is there a little bit more here or something that's not come up to the surface just yet?
So like the first time Tim drove the tractor, he went out there and won, and it was, I think we were in Osseo, Wisconsin. And I drove the first time and we were in Granton, Wisconsin, and I got second. And it was it's been this running joke forever. It's just fun. I don't know. So
first time for him, first place, first time for you, second place. Has he reminded you of that a little bit over the past 10 years, I'm guessing?
Every day.
Okay. So what did we do? What did each of us do first time on the mini rods? Did you get him back, Logan?
I think so, but he had ignition issues the first time he drove it.
Hey.
But the whole mini rod thing, and the reason we didn't go light super is, well, we stepped away, or Dad stepped away there for those couple of years, and the light super class really, really advanced. And it just came down to we would basically have to build a whole new tractor if we wanted to go out there and be competitive, because if we're going to take a light super out there, it needs to be competitive. So actually one of the ideas that got bounced around was a light limited super.
Mm-hmm.
But Dad made a very good point of, you both drove the light super. You know what that horsepower feels like. You can't go backwards.
Yeah.
It's just going to end up here anyways.
Yeah.
And somehow we got hooked up with the Richardson clan and Adam Kester, and all of a sudden there was phone calls made, and all of a sudden we had a mini rod chassis, and it was getting built.
Yeah, that's funny how that works. And if you're going to get hooked up with some names in that side and, in that scale of pulling, those are some pretty good names to be getting in there with, especially anything with the Kester program right now. I mean, the Hemis he's producing. It'd be interesting to walk around like the farm show or the Pullers Championship and just kind of point out, how many of those are going through his shop. He certainly knows what he's doing. Speaking of the Pullers Championship, how do you guys feel about making the fan invite? That's the big thing we're supposed to talk about tonight. You're pulling in Nashville, Illinois. What's that mean to you?
I'm pretty excited because, you look at all those guys on that list, and they're Grand National top level tractors that are seen way more often than what we are. We basically just kind of stay in the state of Wisconsin. We're just, region level guys. So I don't know. It's pretty cool to me that we have enough fans that we can get voted in and go hang out with the big guys.
Logan, what's it mean to you to be pulling in Nashville?
I'm really excited to get to go back. We debuted Tim's tractor there once we got the modern frame 2 years ago. And I drove it for the first time. We got fifth the first night, and then Tim went out there and won it the second night. So it's just excited to get to go back there and hopefully show that that wasn't just a fluke and that we might actually almost know what we're doing sometimes.
You know, one thing that I've really enjoyed discussing, and I try to point out as much as I can now that I'm kind of on this side of the pulling, broadcasting, and media, is fans can accidentally think of regional level or state level or club level pulling as, you know, like the minor leagues or something like that. And so much of the time, that's not the case at all. But instead, we're seeing people who just prefer to pull in an area or who have, you know, travel limitations. One thing we see time and time again is, you know, a regional puller has the capacity to be every bit as competitive as a Grand National or a Champions level puller. So that's why it's fun when we get together at places like Nashville where we can all throw in a hat. You know, do you guys feel, you know, with these modern frames and with these Kester racing engines and just your knowledge and background driving, when you go and pull that, do you feel that you've got just as good a shot as anybody when you show up in Nashville?
I think so. I mean, I guess we probably wouldn't be going if we didn't think we couldn't
Sure.
win. That's for sure.
Yep.
Nobody goes tractor pulling to try and get second place. I mean, we're going to go there and do everything we can to try and win. But
you know,
it's also a class where you can make a perfect pass and you might end up 10th.
It's so funny because, you know, pullers, you talk to them in the interview afterwards, you know, when they're standing in the winner's circle. One of the most common things we hear is, I'm just glad it made an A to B pass. Oh, I'm just happy it's back on the trailer, you know. But you know, in their eyes, everyone's coming there exactly what you're saying. No one showed up to get second place, and you wouldn't put in the hours if you guys didn't think that your equipment wasn't up to snuff. Who are some other guys that you're going to be pulling against in Nashville that, you know, maybe you don't get to see very often, or just make it really fun for you? Who are some folks you're looking forward to going toe to toe against while you're there?
We never really get to pull against the Slaws.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good measuring stick for where you're at too. Getting to pull against the Leichner crew too. Now that they got too many rods, I mean, that just doubles their odds. Those ones especially, we don't get the hook against nearly as much. They don't run as much as the NTPA stuff anymore. But even Adam and Chase, it's just fun hanging out with those guys. We hung out with them at the Enderley this year. We hang out with them when we're at Toma. Yeah, just excited.
Yeah, they're a good time, just not good for your liver.
Don't I know? Don't I know that? That is absolutely for sure. Talk to me about how things have been going at the around home. Talk to me about how your 2024 season went and just kind of you say you're in Region 3. I think that's where you're at. What have been some highlights from this past summer? How have things been going? Tell the world what's going on there.
Well, I don't think I could have asked for a better season. Honestly, we had, I don't know, not to sound like a dick, but out of all of our pulls for points, me and Logan didn't win 2 of them. So I guess the goal for next year is to win every single one of them, maybe.
Yeah, we fought some ignition issues on my tractor at the beginning of the year, and we had a lot of help from all the competitors in our class, especially the Timmermans, just giving us parts. Nathan Hoffman was huge. Bryce Pickler was up there climbing all over our mini rod one day trying to get it to run. And yeah, it was an absolute dream season. I can't believe we did what we did this last season. I'm really excited to try and do it again. Yeah,
Logan won the WTPA state points title, and then I came away with the Region 3 title, and then got to go down to the Enderley and won down there. So it was, I mean, you really can't ask for a better season than that. Right.
Absolutely. The only thing you could add beyond that would be just if you pulled in other areas or pulled, you know, just grabbed another, you know, region or grabbed another association or, you know, are there specific pulls out there? Enderley obviously is going to be one. You've got that one in the bucket list. It's, you know, good for you. Which ones are still left on your, you know, that you want to put on the trophy shelf? You know, the Nashvilles, the Bowling Greens. What are you guys looking to add to the resume?
For me, I'd really say I'd like to get a win in Toma. I mean, I got a second this year, and I was absolutely floored with the second place. That one is still, I'm pretty happy with that. Love to get a win in Toma. I'd love to go to Chapel Hill sometime and win down there on a Saturday night. And then gotta say Saturday night in Bowling Green. That would be another huge one. Not a pull we're going to be able to make this year. We do have a pull 7 miles from home instead.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's hard to not go to that one.
Dylan Dirks has a great comment right here. Of course, all eyes there in East Central Iowa in June. Are you guys going for the big payout in Farley? Are we going to see you at the Farley pull there in the middle of June?
You will see both of our mini rods in Farley, yes.
Talk to us about what that one would mean. So we're talking about crown jewels. You know, we want to win Bowling Green. We want to get the win at Toma. Your super nationals, of course. How would you even begin to process winning the specific pull and the purse that they have for this year?
We've joked about it, and so Dad can't come with us that weekend because our local town's fair is that weekend, and he always puts the pull on. Me and Logan joked about it. We said if we get first and second, we're stopping at the casino and we're putting it all on black.
Yeah, because, hey, if your luck's holding and if the stars are aligning, they're already there, go ahead and let it ride. Yeah, and as our comment right here, our podcast, $50,000. They're making pulling history. It's a puller buy-in for that. I believe 50 vehicles for class. Qualifying on Thursday and Saturday finals, or qualifying on Thursday and Friday, Saturday is going to be your finals. He says we're going to go 1 and 2 and put it on black. No red. Put it on blue. If there was blue, you guys would put it on blue, right? But
yes, sir.
Just
no red or green in this family, all blue.
All blue. Tell us about that. The Ford affiliation. I can remember going to a lot of pulls when I was, early 2000s. And the light super stock class was dominated by all these new sheet metal Fords that were coming out. You guys and the Will Heights and Brian Bowles, and they were just bullets. Do you guys farm blue on back at home, or what's your Ford affiliation in all this?
I think it was really just what Dad and Kevin kind of started with. Kevin's farm, they had 9,600 Fords and 7,000s, and that's just what they grew up with. Dad actually was an IH mechanic for a number of years. Thank God we didn't keep with our red stuff. I like the blue tractors better, but yeah, so I guess that's just kind of what they grew up with, and that's just kind of what we stuck with.
The cast chassis days, too. I think the Ford tractors motors are a little bit further ahead than, say, a John Deere and an IH, so it is an advantage in those lighter classes to have a Ford cast frame or whatever the heck it really was. It's a little beyond my time. So that too. And then, it's like anything, you start seeing them everywhere, and those are the guys that are winning. So maybe I should build one of those. Maybe I should have a Ford. And I think it just kind of continued to spiral and snowball from there.
I like your point about, the cast class, because, I spend a lot of time in the summers with the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association, where we have the light super stock ag, where it has to be an ag rear end. And one of the most dominant ones we have over there is the old Haley's Comet tractor, now being campaigned by Mark Ulmer, with Eleanor, where it's running that cast rear end, just wildly successful. So that's cool that's right on the nose there. Sam Martin chiming in. We got to tell the world about this wedding. There's a wedding coming up this weekend. What's the story here, guys?
That would be my wedding. I am getting married finally this coming weekend.
Getting married this weekend. Big blowout, 500 guests staying up all night long, or a small little family-only shindig?
Well, it's family only, but both sides of my family are so big that there's going to be plenty of people there.
What is the future Mrs. What's her opinion of truck and tractor pulling?
I'm pretty sure she enjoys it.
You say that like you haven't had the conversation that you're like, well, she hasn't said anything yet. So
it's the classic. That's his thing. He loves doing that. She does come to the polls and supports when she can, and that's really all I can ask for. She doesn't get upset when it's a late night wrenching session on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday or whatever day of the week it is. If I gotta leave, we gotta leave on a Thursday night to get somewhere. She's very supportive of it, and I'd say she's probably my number 2 fan.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. That's the best thing you can ask for. Maybe it's not something they grew up with. It's not in the blood like it is for us. But if they're out there supporting you, you're definitely a lucky man. Scott Kempy's coming in and saying, you guys are great guys. Completely agree. Love having you at Jim Falls. Tell us about Jim Falls, guys.
Jim Falls Sturgeon Fest is it's one of the most unique places that we get to pull in the summertime. It's kind of it's a tight pit area. Luckily, with mini rods, we can maneuver around pretty easily, but I don't know. It's a fun time. It's on our way to Richmond, Wisconsin, which is kind of our season finale. Just, I don't know, all around great event there.
Tim won't say it, but it's an absolute cluster of a pitting and a staging area. But that is what makes it so cool. Like, I cannot explain how much I love going to Jim Falls. Like, that is one of my favorite events all year.
I've noticed the more unique, the more quirky, and even the more challenging a venue might be, the more fans and pullers like it because it creates an identity. You know, you see places like Brandenburg, Kentucky, where it's like almost an old rodeo grounds and whatnot. Sam Martin coming right out wants to know, who's the better driver?
I am.
No hesitation whatsoever.
I won't even argue. He's probably right.
Who gets into the throttle harder and more quickly?
Definitely me.
Oh, Logan. Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Okay. So, you know, we got the good driver and then we've got the get after it driver. So then, Logan, are you going to be more prone to take more wild rides on the, on these bull rings of little mini rods out there?
So I've actually only ever had one wild ride in the mini rod. And that was the first year we had it. But Tim actually took a couple this year and then one in Farley a couple years ago. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's popped more front tires than I have too. So I'm starting to think maybe I am the better driver.
Now that we talk this out, guys, you know, the evidence is kind of clear. You have a points championship apiece this past season, so you got to throw that out the window. It just comes down to less total popped front tires. That's how we determine, you know, the superior driving ability. With the mini rods, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Everybody has the ride that they go for out there in that. What are some of the trickier tracks you guys have had to tame in your pulling career?
Berrien Springs, Michigan. The first year we had the mini rod, that was just kind of a, hey, we were going to Bowling Green night. No, we didn't. We went to Napoleon. We went to Hillsboro. Tim won in Hillsboro. And then we decided it'd be a good idea to leave, go to Napoleon. And then on Tuesday, there was this pull in Berrien Springs, Michigan. And I don't know if you've ever been to the pull in Berrien Springs, Michigan, but it is an indoor-outdoor pulling facility. You start inside and you finish outside. And
okay.
It was my third
like a
time
covered
driving.
like a horse arena or something, and then you like transition halfway through.
Pretty much.
Somewhere there's some really cool pictures of it, or somewhere on my phone or on our Facebook page.
What association was this with? Who were you pulling with?
That was point? NTPA. It was actually a Region 2 event, I believe.
When was this? Because I've got to see it. I've got to find some, video footage. I love unique stuff like that.
Yeah, it was in, 2022 maybe.
Okay. Chris Carhoff says people still love the old drafty horse barn at Gordyville. Yeah, we love all the unique settings. Indoor pulling. Have you guys done much indoor pulling beyond your half-track indoor pulling?
We have not. We don't really get the opportunity to very often. Not a lot of indoor events like having the blown mini rod class, it seems like, it's fine for us because trying to leave here in the wintertime sucks. It's snowy and salty, and you don't really want to take the nice truck and trailer out. And yeah.
Sure. Really good question coming in here from Dave Clark. We got a lot of great fan engagement, guys, so we appreciate this. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're on the backside here of our interview with Tim and Logan Peissig. They've won the fan vote. They're going to be competing at the Pullers Championship in Nashville, Illinois. On their mini rods, they call Fallout and Aftermath. And Dave Clark says, and we kind of touched on this a little bit, but this is fun. Who do you think are some of the toughest competitors, and who are some up-and-coming ones that folks need to keep their eye on? Answer for the mini rod class or branch out if you want to.
I'll keep this local with the Region 3 class or the WTPA class. I think nationally I think we know who it is, but like at least where we pull, Nathan Hoffman, he's won Toma multiple times now with his mini rod. Chris Burnett's won the Region 3 title a bunch of times. And then even Brian Guza and Jeff Guza, like those are the guys that pull against every weekend. And then the up-and-comers, with us. We got the Timmermans. They just got a new chassis too for their mini rod this year, so they'll be fierce. Brandon
Lofgren.
Yeah,
they built a mini rod. It's Chris Burnett's old frame, and then Bryce Pickler and Jake. Jake built the mini rod. Bryce has been helping him with it. So we have new guys coming into the class, and they're not going to be any slouches either.
Is it the most rapidly growing in popularity class in pulling? It's almost getting to be like the new 2-wheel drive truck class. There are just mini rods springing up everywhere. Do you guys think it's one of the most popular classes, if not the most popular class in our sport?
It feels like it's growing in popularity. I still think that the tractor classes are more popular. Maybe not for like a people joining it standpoint, but from like a fan's point of view.
Okay.
Because like when we used to have light supers, the amount of people that would stop by the trailer and talk to us was 3 times the amount of what it is now that we have mini rods.
People can relate to tractors more than they can a mini rod. They see a mini rod and go, hey, that's a really cool thing with a lot of horsepower. How fast does it go?
Yeah.
That's their first question is just how fast does it go? And it's like, well, I don't really know, nor do I really want to try.
27 miles an hour typically, and we've probably had it over 30 a couple times. And let me tell you, we were flying, and they look at you and say, huh?
Dude, it's scary going like, I think I capped out in Houston, Minnesota one year. I think it was like 34, 35.
Sure. That's about the top mark that I've seen someone. Yeah, absolutely. If you weren't pulling mini rods, what would you guys be pulling?
Oh boy. I think if I had to go back to something else, I'd like to go back to a light super.
I think Kenzie in the back room has found us. Is this the venue we were talking about?
Yeah,
where the partially covered?
That is it. Yep.
Tell us where this is again.
Berrien Springs, Michigan.
Berrien Springs, Michigan.
The largest.
Does it have a great vibe? Do the fans love it? Do the pullers love it? Or is it just unique?
It's so loud in that building. Like it's terrible, but I don't know. People seem to really enjoy it there. I mean, we had a good time.
I don't think they run the mini rods there anymore. But yeah, it's a cool facility. Again, it's one of those absolute clusters of a place. They were like pulling farm tractors from like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. like right before we had to go to the scales. So there's hardly any part. It was awesome.
So, the track's going to be well groomed and well broken in by the time you guys get to it, with those farm stocks going up and down. It looks like it would be a nightmare to live stream is my first thought, someone who's always on the production where your lighting is going to be completely different on both sides of the track, but super cool stuff. So Tim said he would go back to light supers. We'll go ahead and cap that question and start wrapping things up. Logan, if you were to pull anything other than a mini rod, what would you be pulling? And Chris Burnett, if he knows you guys, says you all are his idols.
You're my idol, though, Chris. Just remember that. I would really love to drive like a multi-engine mod. I had the pleasure of actually getting to sit in Adam Bauer's 5-engine mod while it was running, and that was really cool. Like, there's no explaining that. Just sitting there and starting those motors and getting to do that, I thank him all the time for it because it was really cool. And I would love to feel that horsepower going down the track.
I think that would be a hand in a glove. I think that would be. I would like to see both you guys. Keep the minis. Let's just start building our pulling empire, and let's get a light super, and let's get an unlimited modified. You guys, you're going to the Pullers Championship. You had a great 2024 season. Congratulations on making your bid into the Pullers Championship. I'm going to turn it over to you for the final 2 minutes of this interview. This is where I'm just going to let you guys give any thank you, shout outs, hi, hellos. What do you want to tell the internet right now?
I really got to thank all of our fans that voted for us. I mean, we wouldn't get to go without them, so shout out to them. And got to thank my mom and dad.
Tim, any shout outs or thank yous? Or
shout out to our family, friends, everyone for voting for us. I don't know. We're just excited to see what we can do down there.
I can tell you how happy we are to have you guys because you're so much freaking fun. And the fan following too. Is your dad gonna be able to make it down, or is he gonna have to stay home and work?
No, he'll be coming with us.
I think everybody but mom. I don't think mom's coming. I think our sister Emily is gonna be there. So Oh yeah, I got to thank our sister. She's our PR person. She runs.
I noticed that the Peissig Motorsports says sister posting every day, and I'm assuming I will put the money on Black for who's writing that.
Mike, you see the dot.
I have a good guess as to who it was that made that post.
Yep, she was awesome for us. She did a lot of stuff for us this offseason too. She got some shirts made for us. Finally, we're gonna have some Peissig Motorsports shirts for this summer.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on your amazing 2024 season. Good luck on your 2025 season. Pullers Championship, Farley, and that one at Toma. That's the goals they have set down for them. And you heard it here. If the $50,000 makes their way to the Peissig Motorsports, it's going on black. It's not going on red. And
we have to get first and second. That way we get the.
Oh, it's got to be one and two.
And whatever they get. Whatever they're given for second, we're putting it all on black.
Tim, I think it's 25 for second.
I think so too.
Perfect. Yeah. Tim's gonna have a great 25 grand in second place.
That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. This was a ton of fun. Good luck on your 2025 season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
That
Tim
was awesome.
and Logan Peissig Motorsports. Cool dudes.
Nice job, Michael. That was great.
Cool dudes.
That was great.
Fun dudes.
Love it, love it, love it.
Congratulations also on the upcoming wedding for Logan Peissig.
Yeah.
So that was woohoo for him.
So we're going to switch gears now. We're going back inside. So I met Mark. But I talked to Mark Craig down in Zellwood. He's like, hey, we're having this indoor pull in Quoin, Illinois. And it's this coming weekend, March. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right, Kenzie? The 4th? Is it the 4th? 5th? No,
the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Sorry.
Yep.
We got Mark and we got Josh DeKemper in the background here. But they have, like, Mike, they have so many classes. Like, it's so small in the poster. Like, old guys like me can't even read it. So, like, there's what's going on. But there's antiques, there's garden tractors, there's farm stock tractors, there's I talked to Brandon Burton, who has one of those little mini 2-wheel drive trucks down in when we were live streaming Shelbyville last weekend, and he's coming up this weekend. So I think it'll be fun. We're going to bring these guys on. But basically, it's the first annual Southern Illinois Winter Nationals Truck and Tractor Pull. It's indoors at the Quoin. It's where Tucker's had an indoor pull in the past. It's where Brad Holzhauer had indoor pull in the past. Really good track, really good dirt, great pits for the pullers. It's all paved or on gravel. It's actually, I think Illinois is so big, you guys. I think they have like 2 state fairs, and I'll let the guys touch on that itself. But there's like a north and a south. But this is like the Southern State Fair. And Kenzie, you went to this with us a couple years ago, right? When it was Brad's pull.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. But it's brought to you by WW Promotions, Southern Illinois Pullers League, and Central Illinois Truck Pullers. And let's bring on Mark and Josh, and we'll dive into this here. I got to find my little fancy mouse. Welcome, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good. How's everybody?
Outstanding. Good. Outstanding. Well, let's dive into this. Josh or Mark, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's our first year event. As you said, Jason, you've been there before. It's a wonderful facility. It's a great place to be. Not sure how it's going to turn out. I mean, hope for the best. It's our first year. We got a lot to learn. I mean, I personally got to thank Clint Tucker. I bet he's had 20 phone calls from me asking, Clint, how do I do this? What should I do? What's the right thing to do? And great guy. I love Clint. Just
100%.
Best that you could ask for.
You figure, and I'm not a pulling historian like Mike Eitel is and some other pullers, but like to me, besides Louisville, the first indoor pull that I ever gave a crap about was Kenzie. I have the logo over your face. Can you take that down for me, Kenzie? Sorry about that. Sorry, Josh. But besides, it was Gordyville. That was for my dad's D21. That was our Louisville, Josh, because we didn't get to go anywhere else. So I look forward to that as much as anything every year. So but now there's obviously a lot more indoor pulling than there used to be, and like we joke about, there's literally pulling 12 months out of the year now. But I love the fact that you're doing, a lot of times we'll see just antiques or just mini rods or just garden tractors. I feel like, man, you really are bringing in everything, a little bit of everything for this. I think that's going to pay off for you. So,
yeah, absolutely. I hope so. I try to, we wanted to get a little bit of everything for everybody and for spectator wise as well. There's something for everybody to watch and see that will pique their interest or suit what they prefer to watch, really, overall. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a free admission show. Since it's our first year, everything is free to come in. I mean, bring your own beer if you want and have a great time. So,
Mike, did you hear that?
That my ears perked, and I have. So if you are promoting a new pulling event, I've like said this for a while. One of the best things I think you can do to get fans in the stands is have a within reason an open cooler policy. You know, have a party and then a tractor pull breaks out. So it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's free event. You guys bring, and whoever wants to bring their own beer, go for it. And then, I mean, we're down here in Southern Illinois. I don't know who, I mean, we have ski. Come for the ski. I mean, that's one of the best things there is about Southern Illinois. If you haven't had it, it's something you definitely have to try. One of the best sodas there is. That's all I can say for it.
Brad Holdauer keeps it at his house at the lake on the Ozarks, Josh. So when I've got to go down there, and he's like, you got to have a ski. It's kind of like it's Mountain Dew, but like really, really gooder. Really good. Is that a real word, Kenzie? It's really gooder. So.
Yeah. People understand it, so it works.
So, Josh, with a brand new event like this, the big thing, like we like getting people on the podcast like this, is what information do you want to get out to pullers yet? What information? You kind of talked about fans. It's free admission. Maybe either you or Mark jump into start times. Are there certain days, certain classes are pulling, stuff like that? Really kind of go through some of that. Kenzie, you want to put the poster back up, and then we'll do. Actually, let me do it, Kenzie. I'll do it. I got it right here. Go ahead. Sorry, Josh and Mark.
You're good. Yeah. So no, every day we start at 9 a.m. every day. Thursday is more geared towards antique pulling. That is, mainly a full day of antique pulling. And Friday as well. The morning session will be more of antique pulling. And we're thinking between 6 and 7 o'clock each night on Friday and Saturday night, we'll start running trucks. Larger farm tractors or 15 mile an hour, like King of 15 mile an hour, as Clint has at Clover, his Winter Nationals pull. We have altered farm tractors, vintage modified tractors from the 70s and 80s. It's a great group of guys bringing back tractors that we used to see way back when, revamping them and bringing them back out. I think it's awesome. I love seeing them. It's like,
can you give us any, like, at the risk of name dropping, can you tell us who some folks or some tractors that fans might see in that class? That one's gonna perk a lot of ears up out there.
Yeah. So off the top of my head, the only ones I'm thinking of currently would be it's called the Bull Weevil. It was big Illinois ITPA tractor back in the day. Mm-hmm. And the Boss Hog tractor. I think that one is currently in Charleston, Illinois right now. And I don't know who that pulled with years ago. I couldn't tell you on that.
Super cool. I like that. That's a fun idea.
Yes. As Flea has mentioned, Mark Slifka, he pulls the Bull Weevil. He's a great guy. Awesome to talk to, shoot shit with any day of the week. And I encourage everybody, go check out his Facebook page, the Bull Weevil Facebook page. They have awesome updates and keeps everybody up to date on what they're doing all the time. So I encourage that. Absolutely. Another thing, I guess I could iterate. So far, we're up to I think we're currently at 636 or 639 hooks currently pre-registered for the guys who want to come down and pull. If you want to save yourself $10, click on the link on Southern Illinois Pullers League LLC. Go on Facebook, click on the link, get pre-registered, save yourself $10.
Did you say 636 hooks?
Yes, I believe it is.
That's a lot. How many tracks are you having, Josh?
Two.
Okay.
We're at 639 right now is what we are at.
Holy crap.
So, yes, it's a great group of people. I cannot iterate enough how great these antique pullers are and how much fun they are. And as Michael said, you allow the open beer policy. It's sky's the limit as far as a party. It's great.
Fun can be had by all. Yep. No, you're going to have obviously a great turnout with your iron there, and we hope that you have just as many. We hope for every hook there is 2 to 3 people in the stand supporting every single one of them.
Yes.
Take your 600 and multiply it by 3.
All right, Mark, you got to say something. You've been too quiet. You're scaring me. So.
Well, I'm just letting Josh talk. He's doing a good job at it. I want to say, me and Josh, this was a chance meeting last year between me and him and our two organizations. And over a bullshit session, it come up about having an indoor tractor pull at Quoin, and he goes, "We're thinking about it." And I said, "So are we." And that's where this was all born last fall, per se, between our two organizations. And at the same time, we brought Aaron Lewis with WW Promotions in on it. And Aaron is good enough that bringing both of his sleds up out of Arkansas to do our pull. And we're hoping for a good turnout. Like Josh said, tractors during the day on Friday and Saturday night between 6 and 7. That's when there's going to be some real noise made in Quoin. We've got 5 different classes of trucks coming in, anywhere from a hot street 4-wheel drive to your super street, your pro streets, and then we've got 2-wheel drive classes that'll be running. And for our truck classes, we've had some sponsorships with some added money to them classes. So we're hoping to draw trucks and tractors from several states to make this a good event for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Mark, what association are you with? Central? Because there's like 3 associations kind of involved.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron's probably WW. Are you with Central Illinois then?
I'm with Central Illinois Truck Pullers.
Okay, gotcha. And then Josh, you must be with Southern Illinois Pullers, right?
Yep, me and Flea's my right hand man. Him and Keith Quimpe. I got to give them guys Tony Hills. They are great help, and I couldn't do any of this without them, as well as Mark and all his crew. None of this would be doable without all the help that we have. We have a great group of friends and people that want to do this with us. Along with our sponsors. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better first year to get started off on here.
Oh, this is great. What are you guys doing for like local promotion, Josh? Let the fans know about the free admission in that Quoin area.
I think we're going to, for the free admission for them, and I think we're going to do a few, I think Josh has got set up, we might do a few raffles of some prizes and to help out with things. Am I not correct, Josh?
I think Josh is frozen.
Yeah, I'm cutting in and out here.
Sorry, yeah, your internet might be a little mad. So
our main goal is just to get people in the seats to see this. We want it to be a success the first year. And then I have told everybody that's contacted me, bear with us. This is kind of, let's take baby steps, and next year we'll do everything we can to improve it, to make it better for everyone. And that's kind of our goal.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody try to do this many classes all at once. Josh, am I accurate with that in an indoor pull like this in 3 days? Or are you guys kind of going after Clint's, try to get as many hooks as we can and then try to be done at a decent time?
Well, we kind of base this off of a few other antique pulls, such as Tunica, Mississippi. They have one in the 1st of December. This past week in Oak Grove, Kentucky, had one similar to this.
I passed some of the guys, Josh, on the way down to Shelbyville. Tractors in the trailer.
Yep. The wintertime pulling for antique pullers has really become a big thing. That's what they enjoy doing. I think they enjoy that way more than summertime almost nowadays. It's just what they want to do, and it turns out great usually every time someone has one. So that was where we started, or kind of based this off of and started with, and that's what led to what we're doing. And this year's trial and error, and we'll find out, hey, this didn't work, that didn't work, and next year we'll make it better. As far as this whole poll goes, I mean, sky's the limit for me. So in the future, who knows? I would love to get hooked up if, like, Brad Holzhauer wants to get back involved and do something in the future. Hey, we can turn this into a week-long event. I don't mind at all. I would love to see somebody else, want to get involved and make it as big as we want to make it. So.
Yeah, Clayton Cartwright, what are you guys running for garden and mods?
So on the garden side, there ain't much for garden tractors. We do have the vintage modified guys on Saturday night, like I said. That would be your mod tractors. As far as I know, I believe there is 12 or 15 of them signed up now from all over the place. Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri. They're coming from pretty good ways to run this. They're all vintage tractors for the most part, and small block motors, and they're a really good class to watch, truthfully, to see that old iron come back out and be rejuvenated again.
So I got about a minute left for you guys, Mark and Josh. Can you let's touch on sponsors, and then I want one of you to kind of just review the timeline and the start times and the days and the free admission again. So
we start Thursday morning at 9:00. We'll start Friday morning at 9:00 and Saturday morning at 9:00. All 3 days will be tractors. Then at 6 to 7 on Friday night and Saturday night, we will have our 5 classes of trucks, our modified tractors, our 15-mile-an-hour tractors, and our altered stock tractors.
okay.
We have several sponsors. There's a short list. I want to say we're going to thank Beck's Hybrids, Ramsey Farm Machinery, Southern FS, Almond Auctions, Schaefer Oil, Swanson Excavating, Highline Ag, Elite Land and Forestry, Corteva, Kurt Streaker with Pioneer Seed, Nutrien, Pools, Lincoln, Andrews, Traction. You got anybody else, Josh, you want to thank?
No, I think you covered everybody. The only other thing I'd cover is you guys are into attire. We do have wrong side. We do have shirts and attire available. Check out our Facebook page. There's a link there if anybody wants to get attire. There is some really nice things on there that we half zips, pullovers, hoodies, t-shirts, kids clothing, you name it, and it's really neat stuff. So if somebody wanted to check that out as well, that's really the only other thing I had to add.
Awesome. Well, I'm proud of you guys. It takes a lot to be a promoter, Josh and Mark. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, but you do it for the love of the sport. But if we can continue to grow, and the biggest thing is just getting more fans in the stands. That's really what we got to do to get more eyeballs on it for your sponsors. But sounds like you guys are off to a great start, and we've been pushing hard on social for you. I was hoping to come and live stream it. We just ran out of time on it, and we'll stay in touch on that for the future. But we'll just keep jamming. Again, I'm proud of you. It's you guys fans. It's a great facility, awesome bleachers. It's a top-notch facility. It's at the state fairgrounds there in Quoin, Illinois. I mean, it's legit for all the pullers. Like I said at the beginning of this interview, all the concrete, all the gravel you need for the pullers and stuff. And I really guys hope you guys get a nice turnout and makes you feel good here in a couple days. I'm assuming you're already there, Josh, or when are you heading down to start cranking on it?
I'll be down there tomorrow afternoon. We'll be getting started setting up with some stuff and be there all day Wednesday and through the end of the weekend. So,
yeah, cool.
Yes.
And then we got a spammer. Feed the starving kids in Africa. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Awesome.
Jason, I want to thank you for helping us support this truck and tractor pull with your platform you have, and we appreciate it too.
No, I love pulling. I mean, I love pulling. It's just that simple. You guys know that. And when you approached me down in Zellwood, we just use our groups, and I hope we help get the word out some. I hope it doesn't hurt. That's for sure. So
no.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No, hell yeah, it's all good. It's what we do. That's what Kenzie does full time. So it's all good.
Yep.
24/7.
Well, maybe we need to thank Kennedy then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there we go.
It's all good. Well,
Okay.
Josh, Mark, I look forward to seeing some results and some pictures and stuff. I'm sure social media be full. Josh, at the drivers meeting, tell the pullers to post on their Snapchat and their TikTok and all that Facebook. Because, if you do a good job on Thursday, you can get some people out on Friday and Saturday too. So
Yep. And then we also have a YouTube page. Hopefully I'll get videos of a lot of stuff and get that posted up if anyone wants to follow us on YouTube as well.
what is the YouTube channel? Josh, can you hear me? All right, Josh's internet sucks. So
Yeah.
we love you guys. This was fun.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you later, Jason. Thank you.
Best of luck, guys. Thank
See you,
you.
bud. This feed the starving kids in Africa. They're really getting after it in the comments over here. So
Mhm.
maybe they know we're talking about Hammond, Louisiana next, and they have the fish, the big broil down there, the shrimp broil
Yeah.
down there. So see what happens. So, and I see Charlie in the back room. Looks like he's got some. Are those Mardi Gras beads, Kenzie? He's got on.
It is Mardi Gras.
It is. So, Kenzie, do you have your guys? Hammond, Louisiana, February. Man,
February.
29th.
Backwards.
Less than a month away.
28th and 29th.
Yeah, March 28th and 29th. South Louisiana Truck and Tractor Pull. I think it's the only truck and tractor pull in Louisiana. We're going to be live streaming it on Full Pull Live. I got to talk to Charlie and his wife at Murfreesboro. And then we caught up again at Louisville. And so excited. Kenzie and I, the team, we're going to maybe go to New Orleans on Sunday as well. Not maybe. We are going to New Orleans.
We
on
are
Sunday.
going. Yes.
Yeah, we are. Kenzie, can you cue up the video for us?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for the awesome promo video there, Kenzie. That video was from somewhere in Kentucky because we haven't been to Hammond yet, right?
Uptown.
Hoptown. But we used some PPL vehicles from the Mid-South to show that. Charlie, welcome, buddy. Great to see you. Super festive there. I like your outfit.
Happy Mardi Gras to y'all.
Happy
Welcome
Mardi
here from
Gras.
South Louisiana.
I love it. I love it. Charlie, thanks for coming on tonight. Charlie's going to be on every Monday night from now until then. Mark Larson will be coming on next, talk about New Richmond, Wisconsin. So here we go. Matt Larson, shit. Sorry, I butchered his name. So anyway, Charlie, take over. Tell us where we're at and rock and roll.
Well, Hammond, Louisiana, we got the black smoke rolling here, just like we got the Mardi Gras going on this weekend. Y'all missing out all the fun. We at Hammond, Louisiana is the crossroads of the South. If you look on the interstate, where Interstate 55 and 12 crosses, that's where the pulls are. We are the only pull in the South Louisiana, only pull in Louisiana that I know of, hosted by the Mid-South Pullers Association. Just want to invite all the pullers to come down, and we got 5 exciting classes and want y'all to come out and have some fun with us. We're going to have a great old time and enjoy the whole weekend out.
Charlie, how long has this event been going on now?
It was funny that you said that. We had on my Facebook page, I had something popped up 11 years ago. We have been doing this pull right at 11 years. I think we had 2 rainouts over the time, and it started off quite interesting. The first pull that we had, it's not that we didn't know what we was doing, but the dirt fooled us where we had set up at and everything. And when the pullers came down, hooked to the sled, and we had to take the dozer and pull the sled back. It couldn't power back by itself. But we had a pull, started off, and did a great job. And the pullers enjoyed it and kept coming back and got more and more coming every year. And we do have a great time for them. There's a lot of things to do in Louisiana. Some of them come in early and go out to New Orleans. They go take tours with the swamp tours. They go see alligators. There's plenty of things to do in Louisiana that people don't know of. I know it's a long drive, but it's always exciting to come out and see us down here in the South.
We have your poster up on the screen right now. Okay, so why does one become a promoter? Do you actually pull yourself, Charlie?
Yes, I do. I got a International 1066 called the Case of the Reds that I pull in a 9300 Superform class.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and my wife actually has a diesel 4-wheel drive truck that she's pulling too.
Oh, cool.
And it's
So it's a family affair event that we got going on here.
This is amazing. If anybody has any questions about Hammond, or if you've been there, or anything you want to ask Charlie, just please throw it in the comments there. We'll leave the poster up there again. super farm tractors, super modified two-wheel drive trucks, light limited super stocks, the 3.6 Pro Stock diesel trucks, and then the 4.1 limited pros. Nah, there'll be no shortage of horsepower there at all, Charlie. So.
No, people seem to think of us down in the South that our dirt, I'm going to put our dirt on our track in the top 5 in the country. Don't bring your ponies, bring your horses. It's a horsepower track. It's a horsepower track. We got a tight track, and we know what's going on. And it's going to take the horses to go down. And we want y'all to come and have a good time. We like to have the good classes. We like to see that black smoke roll down here. The fans love it. They like the loud noise. So definitely come out. Last year, I want to say we had eight states represented that came down here and pulled and had a great time. And that's all that we do. The Saturday for lunch, you were talking about earlier, shrimp ball. We actually do a crawfish ball. We do a Louisiana feast for the pullers and their families that come down. We do crawfish, boiled shrimp, strawberry shark cake and ice cream, which is a big favorite for a lot of people. And we also do the jambalaya, chicken and sausage jambalaya. So, the pullers come down and enjoy. There's some of them that come down, I think, just for the meal. But but you gotta come and experience at least once. And when they come, they always seem to bring more people and more pullers the next year that they come, and it's growing every year. Talking about the facilities wise, we actually had the pulls is actually in the back of our field of our dealership that we have, and it started off small and we're outgrowing it. But hey, we got growing pains and we know it, but we're gonna work it out. And everybody has a good time. We extended a little more room this year to have more pit parking, but everybody works together and know what to expect when they come here and have a great time.
I'm flipping through some of the photos on your Facebook page right now, so people can check it out and see it. So there's a light limited super stock cock shut puller there. You guys can keep talking. I just want to I'm gonna flip some.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking that if you're gonna run 5 classes, in an outdoor pull in March, this is a stacked lineup. This is something, especially with the live stream, you're gonna have a lot of eyeballs on this one. That's a heavy hitter lineup from an association that I think is really turning a lot of people's heads right now. Those Mid-South boys, they've kind of been proving it again and again lately that they can put it on with the best of them. So this is going to be a big time pull. I'm looking forward to watching this one.
It is. We have a great lineup. We enjoy the lineup. We have other classes that have reached out to us. It's not that we don't want to have them, and we're really excited that other people want to come. The problem is we run one track. And at one point later on, we thinking about, we're in South Louisiana. We never expected this to get as big as what it did. It's just, we love it though. It's, the fans, the pullers, everybody that comes down here, everybody that comes spend the weekend with us, can't wait till next year. And it's always growing bigger. And we would love to be able to add more classes and do some things. But at the end of the day, we just don't want to we don't want to pull all night. I mean, and I don't think any pullers want to come and drive that far and have to pull all night too. We know we're a long ways away from everybody else because every pull that we go to, we got to drive a long ways to go to our pulls. We choose to pick the ones that we want to go to. It is hard for us to run in a business to be able to go out and run every pull, but we try our best to take a lot of them. So we appreciate everybody that comes down. We do run a good class. We got the noise makers, the black smoke, the heavy hitters, and the 4-wheel drive trucks, just to give a variety for the fans. You'll see that our fans, Jason, when you come down, you'll see we're community oriented. They got we got grandstands, and also where they bring their lawn chairs. They do bring their ice chests in if they want to bring their ice chests in and their own beer or whatever too. The fans come and picnic out there. We're known for tailgating down here. They almost want to start barbecuing and things like that, but we don't let that happen on the grounds. But the people be able to back their trucks on one side of the track and the grandstands on the other side. So it's a big family-oriented. Our announcer, the Crazy Cajun, you may have heard of him. Robert puts on a really good job and incorporate the people, the children. We get the kids out on the field and on the track. At one point, we had 400 feet of kids out there. It was something really exciting to see. And we always try to throw in something a little exciting for the fans. Also, last year we did have a flyover, and it was pretty cool. And we try to do things like that just to interact with everybody.
Here's a picture of the track. Looks like, yeah, you can see all the grandstands down the one side. Looks like a beautiful facility. Beautiful
Yes,
facility.
it is. There, that picture you posted there, you know, weather is always an issue. You never know about the weather. But one thing I'll say about Louisiana, if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. It's going to change. We do have that picture there as a tarp. We do have access to, we got a full tarp that we do cover the track. We do our best, even if it rains earlier that day or whatever, we fight it to the end just in case. I mean, we do what we can to have the pull and put it on. Our goal is to make, you know, everybody that drove a long ways to give it our best shot to have a great pull, great successful pull, and make everybody happy.
Again, talking with Charlie, promoter of the South Louisiana Truck and Tractor Pull, March 28th and 29th, Mid-South Pullers, 5 classes, Super Farm, 4-1s, Light Limited Supers, 2-wheelers, and what's the other class? I missed the 360.
Pro stock trucks.
Yep. Hey, somebody was asking, what's the name of your wife's truck? David Vandenberg wants to know.
That's a good question. We really don't have a name yet.
Oh, look, Mike McKenzie. We'll do a special podcast just to name.
We might need to do that because there's a little discrepancy about that, and it's just it's an undecided woman. She's saying something in the background here, but it's kind of funny about the truck. The truck has been a little secret around, but I think the secret has got out the bag. She is actually last year was a deal that we had bought a truck for her to play with to see if she got into it, and she really liked it. And we wound up getting a roller and she had a 3.0 truck that did very well with to get her feet wet in, and now we got her in a 3.6. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Got a little bit more to do to it, but it is gonna be ready. I kind of wondered if my tractor was gonna be ready. We actually worked on it today and put it back together, but I've seen people change it overnight or whatever. So we got a few weeks left. So we on schedule. That's about all I got to say. But yeah, you're right though. Her name on that, we might have to do a little drawing or something and see what's going to happen. But as of right now, it's nameless. So, but we'll go from there and see.
Kenzie, have you ever been to Louisiana?
I have not.
Okay,
I mean,
this is gonna be your
first time. I'm excited.
I am too. Charlie, the amount of people that were talking to us at Shelbyville, Tennessee this past weekend about Hammond, the sled operators, the pullers, it was impressive. The amount of people that are looking forward to this. So it was good to hear. A lot of people coming up and excited that we're coming down with full pull and da-da-da-da-da. It was pretty neat, Charlie. Pretty exciting.
So. It's good to hear that, you know, everywhere as you go, I always hear good feedback. I mean, there's some pulls you're going to go to that somebody's always going to complain about something. But hey, we do it the best we can. You know, I made the comment in seeing you in Louisville, but it always seemed like a dream to me. Pulling's been in my family for a long time. In the 80s in Louisiana, there was backyard pulls, brush pulls here or there, whatever. And my dad pulled his stock 1066 just for the, you know, for fun or whatever to see. And that's what we started off, and always had that in the back of my mind, even though we ran a farm equipment dealership. And when I was a kid, going to Louisville, we walked around the pits and just always, I guess you could say, walking around in dreamland. And today, when you go into the pits, when I was there last week, as soon as you go in the pits, hello, Charlie, and it's like that all the way around. The feeling of having that is just, it's unbelievable to see, to be all the fans and all the people and all the pullers in the pulling world out there. We all friends. It's another friendship altogether that it's hard to understand. And you out there promoting, you know, pulling, that's what people need to understand, because it's another family all in its own.
It absolutely is. And again, it's fun to work with promoters as passionate as you are, Charlie, about it. And I met you and your wife and your brother at Louisville. And, you know, you already have an amazing reputation, and hopefully we can just continue to expand upon that. But this, I got a picture up here. This must be in your shop, maybe, where you feed everybody?
Yes, that's the crawfish ball that we do for the pullers. That's the Saturday afternoon or the Saturday lunch that we do. We put the table down the middle there and put the hot crawfish out. It's got the crawfish got potatoes and corn in it too. And some people like the corn, but believe me, if you like spicy foods, don't eat the corn. It's usually got a little kick to it. But that's what it's the special part about the whole thing.
Which puller can eat the most crawfish?
Brandon Cromwell. I'm gonna tell Brandon, if he's listening, I'm gonna have you a whole table just by yourself. So, I think he looks forward to that pull and from there to see. And it is interesting to see. Some people won't even try to crawfish. Some people do. Some people try and say, it's not for me. And then it is really a good luncheon to see. And not only does the crawfish bring it, but the strawberry shortcake with the ice cream, or just the ice cream and the ice cream machine. We got an ice cream machine, and you put it over strawberries, and all the people go to that. I mean, that thing stays. I think that thing stays hooked up to about 10 o'clock at night. Now look for, if somebody's late for the lineup, they might be over there trying to get some more ice cream. So,
Richard Wisenat says the corn is hot.
Yeah. But it is a good time, though. Overall, it is one of the best pulls down here in the South, and I think everybody does thoroughly enjoy it when they do come.
Deal. Well, Charlie, we're going to have you on, for a 15-minute segment every Monday from here on out, same time slot, so you can bring other pullers on. If you want to bring other pullers on, sponsors, just share that link that I send you every week, and let's keep promoting this. I love this. There's not a lot going on that time of the year, so we should be able to have a big national spotlight on it. We're bringing Dan Mayer down to announce. He'll work with your crazy Cajun guy. I'll do interviews with the pullers at the end of the track, like I did this past weekend in Shelbyville. We'll have all of our great camera angles, and then, I can't wait. Super excited.
We're all excited too, and glad for y'all to be able to come.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting us be part of it. We're excited, and we'll see you next Monday. Okay.
Sounds good. I'll be here waiting to hear from y'all.
All right. We'll see what you wear next week, Charlie. So
I know I'm gonna have to dig up something else. Mardi Gras is gonna be over.
Thanks, Charlie. Take care.
All right. See you later.
Bye. Oops. Sorry, Kenzie. That's I'm used to you. I'm used to sitting next to you and you doing all that stuff for us. So yeah. Oh, William Lundberg comes in now. He just woke up. Our bowling friend. He liked the beads that Charlie had on. So he liked the beads. But that's enthusiasm you want to see from a promoter, guys. That's
100%.
That is fun.
That's going to be a good lineup, and that's going to be a pull. I'm glad he's not backing away from Southern Dirt's as good as anything, and pulling in the South is growing. I feel like pulling culture down there is getting big.
Yep. Yeah, Chase was like, "Hey, how are we going to get Mike down there?" I'm like, "I'm going to have to bust him out of school if we do that." So that's all. It's kind of funny.
I think I would go to Louisiana. That looks like a really good time.
Don't dare me to bring you down there. So we got to
don't tempt me with a good time. He says,
"Come on, Mike. Let's bring Mike."
Let's bring Mike.
Yes,
it'd be fine with me. Midwest Spring Super Pull, New Richmond, Wisconsin. Now, this is a pull near and dear to my heart. I love it. I love Matt Larson, what he's been doing. If you guys don't follow the Midwest Spring Super Pull, they do an amazing job highlighting their sponsors. And I want to get some people in the stands for them for this mini rod and garden tractor pull. And Matt and his daughter Tara they're in the background right now, the back screen, if you will, waiting to come on. I really, really want to put a big spotlight on this and get this going. They do such a good job, Mike. If you're not following them yet, please do. They highlight their sponsors. They have registration ahead of time. They're doing everything right, and it's a beautiful facility that they do. And we will live stream this as well with Full Pull. This will be a free live stream on Facebook and YouTube for the fans that want to check it out, April 4th and 5th. So I guess without further ado, I'm gonna bring on Matt. I didn't mean to call him Mark earlier. That was my fault. Too many times. And then Tara. So what's going on, guys? Talk to us.
Oh, we're just getting ready. We're really excited for the Midwest Spring Super Pull. Online registration is currently open for pullers. You can go online and register. You don't have to sign in. If you've registered in the past, you had to sign in. You just go to our menu, click on registration, fill in how many tractors you have, and then click the next button and fill in all your information. And you can either print your form at the end and mail us a check, or if you want to pay online, you can do that too. And then you're ready to go. Pre-registration is going to close on March 24th. And if you're going to wait till March 24th, I'd really appreciate it if you just did it online. We want to make sure that give the mail service time to get the registration here before we leave for New Richmond. We're expecting 200 or more tractors. We run 20 classes each day. And we've got if for spectators, it's $10 a day, 10 and under are free. If you want a pit pass, it's $20 a day or $35 for the weekend. We've got a 200,000 square foot facility. The pull is indoors. The pits are indoors. If you get a pit pass, it's all right there, open. Pulling will start at 10 a.m. both days. The doors open for spectators at 9 a.m. Tech for tractor pullers opens it from 7 to 9 each day. We're really excited to have full pull live. We really think this is going to be a huge thing for all of pulling at the garden tractor, super mod, and mini rod level. And we're excited to have you guys there.
Here's kind of a shot from the bleachers, fans, so you can see how big of a facility it is. And Kenzie, you've been up there the last couple of years, right? And
Yeah, I think since 22, I've been there every year.
And it's a beautiful facility. You guys always came back and said that.
It's huge. There's actually room to move.
Yep.
And we still have the Please Feed the Starving Kids in Africa YouTube channel comment on our live stream tonight. Not sure where they came from. But,
send them some corn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Send them the spicy corn.
Tara, what's it like having a dad that's so passionate about truck and tractor pulling? Does it drive you a little crazy? Like, Dad, can we just be normal family? Or
it's definitely the main topic of most conversations, but it's definitely an exciting childhood and a fun hobby to talk about. Whenever I'm in a job interview or anything, people are like, "Oh, well, tell me about yourself," or "What's something nobody's ever heard of before?" And I always tell them about tractor pulling, and it's always a good conversation starter. So,
Tara, I'm glad you did that. So I'm down in St. Louis. I'm a mortgage lender. So if anybody needs a mortgage, call me. Shameless plug. But it's just funny. Today there's this national speaker from Nevada, and he's a big guy on social media. And he said, "Hey, I heard," he called me out during this. "I heard you're a tractor puller with a lot of followers." Says, "Yeah. What the hell is a truck and tractor pull?" So actually, we got up and we put some tractor pulling videos on the stage. So I think I exposed 200 people to truck and tractor pulling today. So,
well, there you go.
That's awesome.
It was a good time. Tara, you obviously are helping a lot with social. You guys do such a good job with this. What do you think? Why does this event attract so many pullers in your mind?
Well, I think it's one of the largest events in our area for pullers. At our level anyways. And I think it's just a good time. It's been going on for years. People keep coming back. It's a great way to get out and do something at an odd time of year when usually we're all kind of just sitting in our shops or fixing things. And it's just a fun way to get together.
It's a blast. It's absolutely a blast. A big mix of garden tractors and mini rods and things like that. Matt, take us through some of the classes, like from an entry level to a kid's to probably what's your biggest horsepower class?
So we start with youth. We have 2 youth classes each day, a 14 horsepower youth and then our 1050 stock youth. And this year our all of our youth classes are 100% payback, and we may have some added money there as well. And then we've got sports stock altered, PST, or kind of our garden tractor classes. And then we go up into the super modifieds. We have a really good field of super modified tractors from 800cc class up to the 1500 cc's. And then these are the 4-cylinder open tractors. And we're part of the Midwest Indoor Series again this year. They're running a 1350 open class and a 1450 open class. And then we jump up into the mini rods. We added an 1,800-pound 31-inch tire class this year. And then we got 1,800-pound 34-inch tire class and 1950 34-inch class. And then 1950. We added a combo class this year to try to get a few more of these tri-county guys and some of the guys who maybe run a smaller engine don't quite fit as well with some of the dirt flinger classes. All of our classes this is a non-sanctioned event, so we try to get we open our classes up a little bit more to try to get a place for everybody to come and play and have as level of a playing field as we can and a place where everybody can come have fun. And so this 1950 open class is going to be a combo class for a big tire 18.4 mini rod with an automatic transmission, 370 cubic inch. And then you can run 34-inch tires. You can run up to 410. You can have a gearbox. So we think that with this class, it's going to be this is a brand new class and something we're trying out, and we may need to adjust it for next year, but we're going to give it a shot. That tractor there came from Massachusetts last year, and so we've got guys from Canada, and that's the Quebec. And if you're geographically challenged like I am, that's the Canada above New York, not Minnesota.
Is this one of the Canadians right here?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's Stefan, and he's coming back this year.
Oh,
That
He's
thing
already
is so
registered.
cool.
So,
That thing is so cool. I love it.
yep. And then we run a 1950 King of the Hill class, so anything goes in that class up to 1,950 pounds. So
Good stuff. I'm just Tara, I'm just whipping through some of the pictures right now on your Facebook
absolutely.
page. So if there's something that you want me to grab on or target, we need to do that. So Kenzie, put this on your to-do list. Kenzie, you got video from this event, right?
Yes.
So you know what to do next week when you get home from your travels. So
Yep.
okay.
you should have. I think there'll be 3 tractors there, super modified tractors that have 2 engines on them. So actually, probably 4. Yep. So the variety is just crazy, and the way everybody has a different idea of how to put something together. You know, the mini rods are all kind of relatively the same, but when you get that super modified class and you're running snowmobile engines and motorcycle engines and turbine engines, and it's one thing to run all those different combinations. It's another thing to get that hooked to into a transmission in the rear end. So it's really a lot of creativity there.
What class do you pull in, Matt, with your tractors?
So we have super modified tractor, a 800cc or less, and then we used to have 2 of those, and we're building a new tractor this year that'll have a 4-cylinder turbo on it, and then we have a 1800 mini rod. So it's got a 406 cubic inch small block, and Tara gets to drive that one this year while I figure out the new tractor.
Way to go,
I think
Tara.
she's still mad at me because I sold her mini rod a couple years ago.
Tara, do you want to talk about it? We got a couple people watching tonight. You want to?
Well, I was away at college, and I just all of a sudden get a text and a video of my tractor being loaded onto somebody else's trailer. All of a sudden, no more tractor for me. So then he sticks me with his oldest tractor. I'm away for the summer, and he crashes the thing. So I just keep getting all the hand-me-downs. I suppose beggars can't be choosers, huh?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I know who pays the bills, so you just kind of smile. Happy Father's Day. So this is one of the twin engine tractors that he was talking about earlier. So those look like a couple snowmobile engines.
Yep.
So
that's Brent Dorman out of Pine Island, Minnesota. He's got 2 700 Polaris snowmobile engines on there.
I love when they fire those up. It's so fun. And it's just a lot. And Mike, can you see the name on that? Just a latte mower. Do you see that on the front of it?
Because of the Bush lattes.
Yeah. Yep. 3 days later, Mike's keeping up with me.
I got it.
No, I'm just picking on you, buddy. I'm just picking on it. How many years has this event been going on?
So this event's been going on for 5 years. For 4 years, our family has been kind of heading it up, and so we're really excited about it. And we've got a lot of people who help us with it. The Creswick family does all of our website stuff, and we're really excited about the way the website came together this year, and excited to go into next year and not have to make a bunch of changes. So we're gonna have a raffle this year, and we're giving away a set of tires. So you have to be present to win them, but for $10 a chance, you can win a brand new set of Nichols tires, 26-inch tires. So
I'm just reading the comments. Some of the spammers are out tonight. We got a guy quoting Bible verses tonight, and y'all heard of Jelly Roll and or Brandon Lake, Ephesians 3:20. Well, not sure. Yeah, Mike, you want to look up Ephesians 3:20 for me, bud?
Ooh, that sounds good.
New Richmond, Wisconsin, the home of the Midwest Spring Super Pull, April 4th and 5th. Now, this venue, Matt and Tara, it's used like for dirt. Isn't it like they do like dirt bike racing, and they also have an outdoor racetrack? It's quite the motorsports complex, I believe.
Yeah. So last year, all the previous years they haven't been able to race, but last year, the Saturday of our pull, there was an opener at the racetrack. It got a little congested in there, but a lot of people as soon as we got done pulling, they just walked across the parking lot and got to watch the dirt track race. And it's really cool. And right now they're racing motocross in there. So they dig holes down in there 20 feet up and jumps 20 feet. A couple years ago, we walked in there on the Wednesday of the pull, and the track was there, but the whole rest of the thing was a big motocross track. And I about panicked. I went over to the racetrack and started freaking out, and the guy just said, "No, it'll be fine. You work on the track." And the guy who does the dirt work there showed up about 2 o'clock, and by 4:30, 5 o'clock, the whole place is flat. I'd never seen anything like it, but if you know how to run the equipment, you can move a lot of dirt real fast. So
those dirt guys don't mess around. I see it in Louisville every year. As soon as they're done Saturday night, Matt, they're just bang, 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 pulling that dirt out of there. So.
Yeah, and the other thing, if you haven't ever been here, if you're looking at this shot if you went all the way up to the left, there's a huge open area, concession area with tables, and then there's a big glass wall. You can watch the tractors come down the track and sit in the concession area and have a sandwich, and they got a full concession area, sell beer, anything you could want. And then we also have a tech area that you can't see here, but where we tech all the tractors before we bring them in. So I believe the dirt area in this arena is 400 by 300 feet. So
good deal.
Our track will be about 260 to 280 feet, depending on where we get to start.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have you on, Matt and Tara, every Monday night, the same time slot for about 15 minutes or so each night, and just keep talking about it. And I love how you're doing such a good job, talking about your sponsors and your classes and your pullers, and it's like awesome. We need our fans, if you're in that area that weekend, come on, check it out. Obviously there's great grandstands or great bleachers. You can see them right there in that picture. So there really isn't a bad house on that one, Matt.
No, if anywhere you want to be, and to $10 to get in, and if you want to go walk the pits, it's it's not $10 plus 15, it's one or the other. So if you pay $10 to get in, you decide you want to go walk the pits, we're only going to charge you $5 more to go walk the pits, and you can see anything you want, and it's really cool. We're going to be hanging flyers up in that area this weekend, and then we're really going to start pushing on Facebook for more spectator-oriented posts here in the next week or so. So,
yeah, we're going to get it. Kenzie's going to make you a promo video too, so we'll have that for you in a week. So
awesome.
She's got a big project with Dan Mayer this week, doing some interviews, but she'll get that going for you guys, and Tara, we'll get that over to you. So
that sounds great. Thank you.
Because Chandler and her should have a lot of video. So, yeah. Well, good deal. I love the puller support, and it sounds like they're there again. Hopefully, Matt, we can help you get some fans in the stands and keep growing this thing. This is fun. So, as you know, this is a passion project to be a promoter, and Tara talked about it. It's pretty much all you guys talk about at home right now. I love that. That's funny. So,
yeah, we took my mom out for her 70th birthday last weekend, and we talked about birthday stuff for a little while, but the whole family was there, and it was a super pull meeting. Kind of took over the dinner.
Good stuff. Everybody, please follow Midwest. It's Midwest Spring Super Pull on the Facebook right there. Give them a like, and then Tara's putting up some awesome content all the time. Kenzie just put up the link as well. So, Matt, Tara, anything else before we let you go tonight?
I think I'm covered for tonight. Thank you very much.
Well, Matt, it's the same link every Monday, Tara. Same link, same time. Just plan on it from now till the pull, okay?
That sounds great. Good.
And if you want to bring on any pullers, any sponsors, just share that link, okay?
Will do.
And then, Chuck Hobbs said the Irish, they're going to have both leprechauns there. They were down in Liberty, right, Kenzie, this past weekend?
Yes.
That's where they were, Chandler, I believe. Yeah, Chandler was down there. Prior commitments. Chandler had prior commitments. So it's all good. It's all good. Well, thank you, Matt and Tara. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
you as well. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Good luck, guys.
They put a lot of freaking time and effort into this event, Mike and Kenzie. It's awesome.
They do.
Ephesians 3:20.
Okay,
actually said this: "He who doth not attend Midwest Spring Super Pull shall be considered lame and cast out."
I love you, Mike.
Nice.
You are the man.
That's just tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. Like the guy said, it's Mardi Gras. We can sin up until Wednesday. We're good.
So what? I mean, what is Mardi Gras actually? Like, what's the true meaning of it? Anybody know? I should have asked Charlie when we had him on. You just get drunk and eat a bunch of foods at gluttony.
Well,
time?
Jason, as an astute Catholic that you are,
Okay,
I know
I want to be clear. I grew up Lutheran, and my beautiful wife
that's
is
one
Catholic.
off. That's you're like one step away.
And I was Lutheran until my son was like 6. He says, "Why doesn't Dad ever go to church with us?" And that's when my heart just melted and broke. And I said, "I will become Catholic." So I am not I love Jesus, and I love all the religions. The ones that believe in Jesus, those are the ones that I believe in. And I don't want to get into religion, Mike. But anyway, what is Mardi? Is it just
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras drunk before Easter or what?
So on Wednesday, of course, we're going to start Lent. You know, the time in the Catholic faith where we're supposed to give up something and repent. So that's Ash Wednesday. So leading up to that, Fat Tuesday. Tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. That's Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So if you're going to have to give up something for 40 days and 40 nights, well, we're not just going to go quietly into that good night. We're going to eat, drink, and be merry, you know, the nights leading up to that. So that's Mardi Gras. You know, get all your goodies now because you're giving them up for the next 40 days.
Oh, Randy's talking about the corn, I think now at he was saying it's holistic pickled. Okay, I thought Randy had was off his rocker there a little bit, but
Corn.
it's Ephesians 3:20. So gotcha. I gotcha. Mike.
Oh.
So guys, next Monday night, Mike, I want those row crop mafia guys, the ones that are messing around with that light limited super stock. I want them on at 7:30. So make sure you get them on.
We will make that happen. I haven't reached out to them yet. Hopefully they're watching right now. Hey guys, those of you out there with the Alice Chalmers, whatever it was, 60/60 or whatever, where you decided that a skidder is as close to a sled as we can get. You're coming on the show next week because that was
these
awesome.
guys, they have to be from Illinois because I like all the comments. Kenzie, do you know who these guys are?
No, I don't.
You guys,
And on their page, it doesn't say where they're from.
Here, I'm going to share their page right now, guys, and we'll talk about this. Mike, if you want to get queued up for pulling through the past, but I got to do this. These guys are making me laugh. I love this stuff. So what caught my attention the other day was this one. Okay, here's this video.
Wee.
It was just so fun to see that thing rolling down the road. I just thought that was awesome. You guys go follow Row Crop Mafia on Facebook. I'm gonna put it in the comments.
Maybe it was that FFA week, you know, where it was like drive your tractor to school week or whatever. And they took
so only 2 kids did that. Only 2 kids do that in Richland Center, Mike. But we got them up there. So okay, here's what I saw yesterday.
This is what I'm all about.
This doesn't go viral. I don't know. So
154,000 views.
Watch how biting of a track this field is. He gets the front end off the ground. No, I'm serious. Like this is a biting.
I could watch this all day. I think I'm 1,000 of the 154,000 views that video has.
The funny part is the guy driving the pulling tractor has the more brains of the guy in the skidder is the guy in the loader is the truly crazy one in this operation. Red flag. Did not break 100 feet.
You didn't go 100 feet. Let him go again. I just love that. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Row Crop Mafia guys, for being fun. Did I share that screen, or was I just watching it on my own?
No, you shared
hitting the windshield.
That
Okay.
would almost been better. We just get Jason's reactions. Yes, he's just giggling in a hotel room by himself.
You guys, I didn't go out to the after party tonight, okay? Because I know what's going to happen if I go out to the after party tonight, and I have a 7:00 flight tomorrow morning. Kenzie, what will happen if I go to the after party tonight?
You probably won't make your flight.
Because that happened to me in California. Those guys get me so
And
drunk
then-
in California, Mike, when I go out
And
there.
then you're gonna water the bushes with your vomit.
So, Mike, I threw up outside the Fresno airport in the bushes, getting out of my Uber at 4:30 in the morning. We did not, because we didn't go to bed. When Kenzie and I landed in Vegas, I just, for our connecting flight back to Wisconsin, I just put my head down, Mike. It was not good. I just needed, it's those Californians, those Massettis and John Bohr and Gish and all those guys. Oh, the bidet. You guys, you have no idea. I knew what a bidet was, Mike and Kenzie, but I'm in a fancy hotel. Okay. It's like the Hotel St. Louis. Like, it's legit. Like, there's a TV screen in my mirror in the bathroom. That's how nice this hotel is. I sat down on the toilet. It's got a heated toilet seat, right? Okay. So then I reach over and I'm like, I push the rear button and it goes, I was like, whoa, I'm like, dang. And then you can change where it hits and it's warm water. You guys, I'm getting a bidet, Mike. I don't care.
Oh gosh.
You guys, it's Mike. Mike, have you ever sat on a bidet?
I'm speechless.
Mike, you know what a bidet is when it shoots water up? Okay.
Yep.
But it was amazing. How do you even spell? Did Chuck spell this right? Is that how you say it? Okay, bidet. But yeah, heated toilet seats are legit. They are legit, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Mike, let's bring Brian Massetti on for pulling through the past. How about we do that? Let's do that. Yeah.
They did not have bidets in the days of the pulling in the past, but if there was one state that I had to say most likely to have a bidet in it, it would be California. Do you have a bidet in your Californian residence?
I'm not going to lie. We do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it awesome? Brian, it's awesome, isn't it?
You hit the nail on the head, Jason.
I mean, legit.
But the best part is that the seat is heated.
Yeah.
Not that we have cold weather like you guys do, but you know, that first time you sit on it and it's cold, anyways, it's cool. It's good.
Well, it is. It's amazing.
Jason's excitement is well warranted.
I called my wife and she's like, we have one. You just haven't put it in yet. And I'm like, because we don't have electricity close enough to our toilet. And I was like, so I got to bring an electrician in to do that. So
please just run a freaking extension cord, just like a DeWalt, like one of those big, orange, just coming out of the next room over.
Mike, if I wasn't married, I would live in a toter home. I'm not even joking. I'm happy. I'm a simple person. But when I do get home, I do like sleeping in my own bed. So I shouldn't say that. But yeah, but a bidet has changed my life. That's been one of the biggest things for me today. Last night when I sat down, I was like, woo. And then I looked over, there's like a remote on the wall, Brian, when all the different things like that. So
yep, I'm familiar.
You have one at your house. We've had a great show tonight. I don't want to derail it, but you're one of my best friends, and advice. I don't know. I like our podcast because we just kind of talk about life. We talk about fun. We're as real as we get. So, Mike, I wanted to bring Brian on for pulling through the past, and we'll let you go. And then, but anyway, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. But get Brian involved. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, pulling through the past. Let's look at a vintage yellow modified four-wheel drive truck. And of course, as fate would have it, we're talking about Gary Saline in the Wildfire. Now, Gary Saline, also famous for pulling the truck that he calls Red Hot. Red Hot still out there being campaigned to this day. It's the Christiansens have that and pull that with the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Clayton Ullum submitted this one. This is from an indoor pull somewhere. I almost want to say this is even at the Hilton Coliseum or Hinton Coliseum, whatever they call it in Ames, Iowa. If anyone knows where this is at, please let me know. But yeah, big thank you to Clayton Ullum for well-known puller out of Norfolk, Nebraska, Gary Saline, in the modified four-wheel drive he calls Wildfire. On the other end of the spectrum, we'll go way back to the just absolute roots, the polar roots kind of modified four-wheel drive truck pulling. This is a really neat photo right here. Now, Kinsey, did you cheat? Have you read all the descriptions already?
No, I have not.
Okay. This is the mother and sister of what current Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association points champion?
Keith Hammond.
This would be Mama Hammond's. This is Keith's mother's pulling truck. So here's where it all started for Mr. Keith. This is the Hammond's family pulling truck. Keith sent it to me. Keith sent me several photos. This is courtesy of Keith. And he didn't give me a ton of information. He said mom and sis. And I don't have their names. So this is, you know, Mama Hammond's and Sister Hammond's standing in front of the original Hammond's family pulling truck.
Oh, cool.
Keeping with the vintage pulling trucks, this one's called the Super Pug. Look at the cool pug on the side of it. I mean, just graphics in the late 70s, early 80s were just something way too cool. If this is not just some like local outdoor Wisconsin pull, I have no idea. Clayton Olam sent us this one as well. There's several that come from, I think, this exact same pull. Also, notice the white rims. Massetti, fan of the white rims. Were white rims ever in vogue out there in California?
I don't know about white, but definitely steel. Probably color match to the truck, or yeah, maybe white with a little pinstripe.
I think this is a cool looking truck. Like, I actually dig the mural. You know, it's got the sled and it's got like the spinning out animatronic, like, you know, dog, and it's a pug. Like, I don't know. The Super Pug. I dig this truck. I think it's cool. What about the headers coming out up underneath the wheel well? I've seen those a lot in these vintage photos.
Seems like that's a lot more work than just cutting a hole in the hood and putting some.
I've seen it. I've seen a ton of them. Like, there's a lot of them where they did that. It's different.
Yeah.
All right, coming back to my neck of the woods, Missouri State Fair, 1985, 86-ish. Ivan Carroll in the famous 570 cockshut that he called Levy Leaper. This tractor resides maybe 10 minutes east of my house, still pulls to this day. Pulls in the Excalibur series and the Excalibur 6000 Extreme class. It's a light super stock ag class, much like the Outlaws have. They also have the Salt River Savage, a pair of cockshuts that the Carroll family out of Shelby County, Missouri runs. Won several pulls on the Grand National Circuit. So hard running cockshut from back in the day. And we're going to keep it with the cockshuts right here in what I think is probably the coolest named pulling vehicle of all time. Jack Simon. This picture was taken, this might be Bloomfield, Iowa, or Kirksville, Missouri, late 80s, probably mid 80s. He's got a cockshut that he calls, of course, the Super Cock. So Jack Simon.
I wish we had Kevin Massetti on for this part of the program.
Jack Simon, you know, named for the rooster, painted, named for Foghorn Leghorn, you know, right there, you know, and nothing else. But the Super Cock, just, you know, best name you could give a pulling vehicle.
Is he still pulling, Mike?
I don't know who Jack Simon is. I don't know anything about this tractor other than my dad took a picture of it when he was younger than I am now. So,
Mike, do you know how many T-shirts the Beer Money Pulling Team could sell if we had a tractor named Super Cock? So, I mean,
just hey, man, just put this one on there right there. This is my photo. Just
I need to get a hold of Jack Simon. So
Super Cock for the Cockshut 570.
Michael, another great job. You're an amazing interviewer and an awesome part of Let's Grow Pulling. We love you. We want you to go to bed so the future of Missouri is bright.
How can I ever fall asleep when I just know there's not a bidet in my house? I'm just going to go to bed restless and unsatisfied knowing that there is, you know, we're just doing it old school here in Missouri.
A bidet will change your life. I mean, a heated seat.
It will.
It's got oscillating, and you can actually adjust the water pressure, Mike. It's quite enjoyable. I'm not going to lie.
I just, you know.
Mike's got a portable bidet.
Seems easy enough. All right, guys. Have a great West Coast portion of the show.
Love the hat, Michael. Love
this was on purpose. Go Cal Poly. Do their thing.
Saw it a couple hours ago.
Trevor hooked me up out there. Yep. I think I gave him $100. I think he gave me more than I was supposed to get, but I don't. It's all good. It's all good. I still got a couple. Kenzie, yours is still sitting on my desk at home underneath.
No, mine's in my truck.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So maybe I have been delivering them. So all right, cool. Get out of here, Mike. Cool. Love you, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Have a good night, guys. See ya.
Take care.
This is that portion of the show where we're gonna go out west and with my good friend Brian Massetti and MLM Motorsports every Monday night, 9:00 Central-ish, 7:00 Pacific-ish. We bring on Brian. Brian brings on a puller, and we talk to them for a few minutes. And then we do go into the new. Is it infamous or is it famous? The Facebook Marketplace, Brian. How would we describe Facebook Marketplace?
I think it's cool as hell. And it's all because of James. So the other night, after you guys get off and leave, we sometimes stay and just chat with my brothers and the kids, the boys and I. And James says, "So are you guys all producers now too?" We said, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Oh, you can't do this." And he started switching the screen around. And he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm the only one that got the email." So anyways.
Well, yeah, he was. So we tried a different platform last week, Brian. We're still fighting with StreamYard. Like, we can't go live on MLM right now. I shared it over from Beer Money. It's frustrating as hell. And then we tried something last week called EV Mux. We use Restream as well with full pull for some of the, I don't know. I got to find something that will. It's something with Facebook. Facebook wants you just to go live on just Facebook, Brian. But I like being live on Beer Money and on MLM at the same time. So
sure.
We can do that, but then we lose YouTube too. So Kenzie and I are going to have a meeting about it next week. We might just go to straight Facebook, download them, put them on YouTube later. We might do that because I can go on multiple pages on Facebook all at once. But then I don't know if we can get as many people on the screen and share the screen. If James can do that, that's what we got to dive into a little bit. So
well, I'm gonna leave all that up to you guys.
Yeah, well, Brian, there's certain things I'm not afraid to ask you for, but technology and phones, because that day I spent with you at the shop trying to teach you how to do social media, I could tell you're like, "Jason, I like you, but I want you to go away."
Not my thing, man. It's not my thing.
It's okay. Well, hey,
I do other shit.
Before we bring on the Massetti family and our guest tonight, tell us who we got tonight and what we're going to be talking about.
So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get Uncle Kev tonight. He has a deal with Addison at school, so we're going to miss him. But I'm excited tonight, officially as our guest, we have Brandon Forgy from Cal Poly Tractor Pull team. Brandon was on with Trev a couple weeks ago. They were in the shop. They're working on a tractor. So Brandon's definitely a friend of the show, and he's a familiar face, but he is our official guest tonight. So we're going to get to know him a little bit better. And then we're going to start talking about the Cal Poly Tractor Pull, the Poly Royal Tractor Pull that's happening in April coming up. These students, young adults, they do it all. They right now, that where the pull is a field that will be, I don't know what's in there, alfalfa or something, and that'll get harvested a week or two before the event. They'll bring out all the K-rail, the bleachers, they set everything up. The money raised at this event, well, I should leave all this to the kids to talk about, but the money raised goes into scholarships for students. So really a great program. Love supporting it, love being a part of it. So we've, aside from my older brother and Trev and James, we're going to have Brandon on with us tonight, and should be a fun show.
100%.
So
100%. Kenzie, will you bring them on? I'm going to put this on the Cal Poly page right now as well. So
I already did, Jason. I'm ahead of you. I already did.
I was going to say, I saw it go up a little bit ago.
Awesome.
nice. Well, everybody, hello. Uncle Steve, good to see you. Trev, James, how's everybody?
Pretty good.
Great.
Good. Brandon, thank you for joining us as a guest tonight, not just a regular as you have been in the past. So
A background figure.
yeah, we appreciate you being here. Steve, you got a cool little fuzzy thing behind you. I don't know. It's weird.
I blurred it because this room's always so messy, but
Oh, okay,
anyway.
cool.
Sorry I missed
Looks
last
good.
week, by the way. Couldn't get in.
No
That's
problem.
okay. Turns out, some things are just a blessing in disguise, I think.
I honestly think that we missed out on some humor.
I agree.
It would have been good TV, as they say, but we'll make up for it tonight.
I
So,
don't think so.
Good. So, well, Brandon, thanks for joining us. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do day to day, and we'll get to know you a little better.
Yeah, so my name is Brandon Forgy. I'm from the Napa Valley originally, far from tractor pulling. Actually, there is a pull in Santa Rosa that they put on every year that I had no clue about until I went to Cal Poly. Didn't really know tractor pulling was even a thing until I came to Cal Poly and saw it out on the. Kind of knew it was a thing in my far mind, but came to Cal Poly. One of the first days of school, they have like a club showcase, and the tractor was sitting out there, and I was just like, "What is that thing?" And kind of stuck around the tractor for another like half an hour just talking to people. And I've been hooked ever since. I'm
See what you
fourth
did
year
there.
now. Bray major, yeah, right. Bray major, same as Trevor. Ag engineering, and I run the social media for the tractor pull team for the last couple of years now. I've driven the Mustang Legacy 4 or 5 times now. And I was hoping to drive Thunder, but that didn't happen. So yeah, so Cal Poly has 2 tractors. We have an Allison on a full tube chassis, and then we have a tractor and a half, I guess right now. We have another tractor, a twin engine Chevy that is currently out of commission due to the rear motor having a large window, several windows in it, sadly. So, but yeah, like Brian said, we host a poll every year at the Cal Poly campus, fully student run. It's and like Brian said, also any proceeds that we get from the event from sponsorships or just people buying tickets all goes into scholarships for us, the students. Just keeping this sport alive, and I'm 99% sure we're the only college in the nation that has a tractor, let alone 2 tractors. MJC has a truck. They're also in California. Modesto Junior College, they have a truck, but I'm pretty sure that we are the only college that has tractors. So pretty cool to be a part of.
Definitely cool. What was the first pool you went to?
I think what would it have been? Might have been Poly actually the first year. I think it might have been.
That makes sense.
Oh, because we don't really have anything once the school year starts. We've got a couple. I mean, there's Tulare and a couple other things, but pretty sure it was the Poly pull where I don't know who was, but I take pictures, and I was pretty much standing at the center of the track, at the end of the track, pretty much the whole time, and no one told me to move. I was in a fine spot. I got some cool pictures, but you probably remember that I was just standing right in the center of the track, and I had a couple pictures of tractors coming right at me, and yeah, just holding the shutter down, and tractors steering right towards me. It was probably dumb, but I learned.
Yeah, we probably won't do that again.
I was fine. Yeah. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live to tell about it.
Yeah.
Good deal. So you are on track to graduate in June also?
Yeah. I need to take some summer GE classes that I didn't do when I was freshman or whatever, but yeah, I'm on track to graduate and be
what's next?
Great question. I don't know. I've got some job opportunities and stuff in that's presented itself, but I haven't set myself into anything yet. I've thought about taking the summer off and going on a research vessel to Antarctica or something crazy like that too, just fully disconnect from everything and then come back. But before I start working for the rest of my life, but we'll see.
Now's the time to do it.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, Trev, I know you and Brandon have met. Do you have any questions for Brandon, or
you want to tell us about your other motorsport venture?
Oh yeah. Well, lemons.
Yeah.
So with my family, we've got a Celica Supra. Yeah, I forgot to mention April 13th is when we have our poll here in California on the Cal Poly campus, and like I said, all the proceeds go to us. So, and yeah, please follow our Facebook and Instagram and stuff. That's where we post fun stuff. But yeah, I do with my family. We do the 24 Hours of Lemons race, which is the $500 car. We've done it 2 years in a row now. And we're doing another one in March. I think Trevor's going to join us if he can. So yeah, we've got an old Celica Supra. It's the first race we did. My brother fried the clutch within the last. So it's a 2-day race of 8 hours of endurance racing and $500 cars. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, the first race we did, we didn't finish by like 10 minutes. My brother fried the clutch. Next race we did, which was most recent, we've done at Sonoma Raceway. The first day, one of our friends put a window in the block, just like Old Thunder, and we have a donor car, and we switched the motor overnight. And then the next day, we went out and raced again, raced all day. Probably 10 minutes from the race being over, the brakes were fading pretty bad, and then a wheel fell off. All 4 studs just sheared right off, and the wheel fell clean off and rolled right past my uncle who was driving.
Oh, Jesus!
It was pretty funny. But
so
everyone's
is your
okay.
goal this year to finish? This will be the first year you finish the race on time. I mean,
yes,
finish the race.
Finish at all. Yes, that is pretty much the objective for us, is finish. We have yet to do that.
I mean, the $500 car, that's a pretty good goal.
Yes. I mean, it's a $500 limit, but yeah, try and keep it as cheap as possible. With the first race, we were on basically like road tires, and it was scary. People were flying past us, and it was raining wet in November or whenever it was, and it was scary. I think my brother spun out within the first formation laps and stuff, and that was scary. And then we got proper tires this year, and that was a lot more fun. But yeah,
nice.
So that's the other random sport. I also do mountain biking and other stuff, but yeah.
Brandon, what's your favorite class to watch pulling, and what class are you gonna buy a vehicle in after you graduate and are financially capable?
I'm biased. I really like the modified tractors. The class that Legacy's in, the Trevor 6,000 pound, it just changed. So that one, I just think it's fun. The single engine, it's just kind of diverse. In California, we've got, I mean, it's not very competitive with the one guy that's got the Hemi, but got 2 Allison. There's one tractor with an Allison, us, and then another one with a helicopter motor, turbine, and everything. And they're just that's the kind of a fun class, and just I don't know, the 8,000s and some of those 4-engine stuff that just kind of seems like it's cool, but I don't know why it just seems underwhelming to me. It's really weird. I'm like not as I don't know. It's just funny to me. I don't like that as much as the smaller stuff. The single engine and twin engine stuff.
What setup would you go if you're going single engine?
Man, I don't know. It'd be cool to do something similar to I don't know. I'm broke, but I don't know. Something similar to Legacy would be cool. Tube chassis. I don't know what motor, but something like that would be cool. Or one of those. Forget what class it's technically the class under Legacy. I think it's like there's one of the guys that's got a farm wall with a gas something and
like an econo-mod type thing.
Yeah, those ones are kind of cool too. They kind of still look a little like a tractor, which would be cool. But I don't know.
So, seeing as how you didn't grow up in this sport, and you got like 4 years experience, and you're very intelligent, what would you like if you could see one thing you think we need to change or improve, in general in the sport, or specifically to how the events are run?
There's this company called MLM Motorsports. They put on some fantastic shows up and down California. They're pretty.
But you do not have to kiss Brian's ass. You do
No,
not have to do that.
I gotta admit, they do have really well done shows. But
I do appreciate that.
Yeah, and I've helped.
I already said yes to the insurance and the sled, so I mean,
but I've helped with kind of all sides of those shows, and they're pretty awesome. I think it was something that we talked about. I think freshman year, doing an electric tractor be pretty cool. I don't know how it would work or whatnot, but it'd be pretty damn cool to have something like that with all the torque and stuff that electric offers. Gas and diesel and all that stuff's a lot of fun, but electric has some benefits. So I don't know. That'd be cool.
I think Jason just posted, or I don't know if Kinsey posted it, but one of you guys posted a video of a little electric mini rod this weekend, right, Kinsey? Or
Chandler did.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in Liberty, Kentucky this weekend.
Nice.
And yeah, that's all I know. I haven't talked to him yet, so.
Okay. Well, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does anybody have any other questions for Brandon or?
Brandon, what is your family do in Napa?
We're all kind of in the wine business one way or another. My grandparents have a wine labels or two. And they're kind of getting out of that. Wine's kind of a weird industry right now. But my mom's a professional photographer. My dad used to work at a winery. And then my uncle owns a vineyard management company. So kind of all related to wine a little bit.
You think that's something? You think that's a field you might go into?
Possibly. I've got some job opportunities back there doing irrigation design and stuff like that. It's a super interesting industry just because there's a lot of money behind it, and it's something we've been doing since the ancient Greeks and Egyptians and stuff like that. It's just been there. I've said for a long time that there's more important things to grow than grapes because it's such just a pleasure thing. In our modern society, we kind of need more than just that, but it's also just a really interesting and cool and very passionate industry. So
that it is.
I'm not sure yet.
That's great.
But yeah.
So it turns out that although it does look like you are the only school that has a full-size pulling tractor,
you fact check.
Looks like back east there's a whole bunch of quarter scale tractors.
So
it's like an annual competition.
Oh,
you do?
Yeah, that's a whole different competition where they take they build a quarter scale size tractor, and like Cal Poly does it too. But they do a pull with it. They do like a durability test where they run over a bunch of curbs. They do all kinds of stuff.
I'm reading about it. It's fascinating.
Yeah, our team goes to, I think it's Peoria, Illinois, once a year to compete in that too. And you have to.
How do they do?
Not very good, but they also usually don't finish the tractor till like the day like that they leave at 4 a.m. or something like.
Or there.
Or there they cut out a bunch of weight because they didn't try to weigh it beforehand. They could do a lot better, but
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is like a pull a part of that too. They have like it's the same as quarter scale.
That's great.
Like the farm, but they have a pull. Ours is generally built to be a pulling quarter scale tractor, but they have to do like a bunch of other stuff like durability and stuff like that. But
that's cool.
The other problem is that a lot of like last year and like pretty much our whole college career before this year, like all of the quarter scale guys are heavily involved in tractor pull. So then we take them, for 9/10 of the year, and then they get done with Poly Royal, and then they go start building their tractor. So.
So it's really your fault that they don't do well.
Yes, pretty much.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking, responsibility for that.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, the Poly Royal you mentioned is this year, Sunday, April 13th, 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yep. Tickets you can buy on our Instagram page, Eventbrite, or Facebook. All of it's like linked in the LinkedIn bio. Just go there and you can get your tickets. It's pretty dang cheap, and all the proceeds go to us students. So,
or if you're a puller and you want to come,
yes,
we
would love to have you guys.
And it's a good time, and you're going to be in Tulare anyways, right? So it's only a couple hours away.
Like right around the corner.
Exactly.
What if somebody wanted to sponsor or make a donation to your event? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Not me, but like other people.
Oh yeah. Like if your name was Jason Schultz or something, you could send us
he does home loans. So.
Oh, he does home loans. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
he turned himself off. It's a great time for home loans right now.
He's gone. If you guys are interested in donating, you can reach out to the Cal Poly Facebook or Instagram, that's probably the best way to get in contact with us, and then we'll direct you from there. But yeah.
And we will, we have several Monday nights between now and the pull, so we will definitely have the Cal Poly team on again before then, so we can keep hammering that home and talk to Mr. I Do Home Loans, Jason Schultz, and we'll tug at his heartstrings and have him whip out that old checkbook.
You trying to get him to turn his camera off again?
I'm just making sure he's still listening to us. Well, cool. Well, Brandon, you know how this works now. We turn it over to the one and only James, and he tells us about his breaking and entering escapades, and then we play this fun Facebook Marketplace game. So, James, Mr. Producer of the show, with all the extra bells and whistles on your computer, take it away.
I'm not a producer. My computer is having a hard time right now, so hopefully we'll make it through okay.
Okay.
You guys all see the screen?
We can.
Yes.
Cool. Well, clearly you all know how to play, so I'll make it short and quick for the audience. I'm going to show everyone a marketplace listing. They're going to guess the asking price. Closest answer without going over wins. They get 1 point for being the closest, 3 points if they get the exact answer. If Brandon wins, he gets a GSI t-shirt. If everyone else wins, they get congratulations. And that's pretty much it. So this first tractor is a rolling chassis. It's a John Deere 8410. It's a SBJD chassis. Does anyone know what that means?
Small block John Deere.
Oh, okay.
This is Chad Richardson's, Kenzie, isn't it?
It's whose?
Is that Chad Richardson's? The Demented Buck?
I think so.
It is
Not
Demented
100%
Buck,
sure.
It's out of Missouri.
It is in Missouri. Yep. So it's a custom frame built by Jaws, JAWS. It's got Angler chromoly tube axles, aluminum brake hats, brakes. It's got a Profab 3-speed with less than 20 passes on it. It's got a 3-pinion rear end, Profab hitch setup, air ride front suspension, John Deere 8410 sheet metal, like I said, Kaiser wheels, 51 lug whole shot tires that are only 1 season old. It's got power steering, all of the best, no money spared. Very nice chassis. It hooks up, it goes straight. The weights are not included. So this is a rolling chassis. So this is a badass rolling chassis.
It is.
Top
This
of
guy
line.
doesn't mess around. I'm going to throw some hints out there.
You can tell from the 2 pictures on the right there. It is a nice tractor. Jason, since you know quite a bit about this tractor, why don't you start us off here?
I'm going to say 75.
75. Kenzie?
Let's go 80,000.
80. Dad?
62,000.
62. Uncle Steve?
Rolling chassis. These numbers are way higher than I thought they would be. Also, it's funny that it says it doesn't include the weights because I feel like that's the least expensive thing about this tractor.
Well, I'm sure he's building a component
He's
chassis.
probably building another
because
chassis, yeah.
Yeah, because his class is going component, the light pro stock class.
No
And
kidding.
he's saving the weights for that. And weights are, honestly, they're kind of a pain in the butt to come by. So
Are they?
yeah.
All right.
Especially
Well,
when
then
matching like that.
I'm going to lower my bet here. I'm going to come in at 50,000.
50. Gotcha.
Everybody play along at home. We have a
Yes,
bunch of people
please.
watching right now. So put
And
your
let me know what they say too. Trev?
Jason, what class did you say this is? Light Limited Pro?
a 540 light pro, 8,500 pound light pro stock.
Gotcha.
Holy cow,
Mr.
Kevin.
Kevin.
gets pulled in.
Oh, there's Uncle Kev.
I thought I had a
Oh,
chance.
boy.
I thought I had a chance to win tonight. Oh, Kevin the City.
Yeah, I did too.
You guys start yet?
Nope.
We just are going through the first listing. Trev?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 65,000.
65. Brandon?
I'm going to go even 60.
60. Uncle Kev, it's a green tractor, no motor.
65
Weights not included.
You son of a gun.
What'd you say?
He said 6501.
He
He's
said
done.
64,999.
Whatever Trev said.
That's right. Cheating Trev. 65,001. Well, unfortunately, not going to matter. Uncle Steve, what did you say earlier?
50.
What did you say about this? About everyone's guesses?
They're too high.
Yeah. Well, you were dead wrong. Kenzie with 80,000.
Oh, whoa.
Tractor's listed for 90. And
Nice.
Kenzie's guess of 80,000. Great guess.
Nice.
Give
That
it a
girl,
go,
Ken. Well done.
Very good guess,
Kenzie,
Vicky. Good job to
1
Kevin.
point. Strong start. This next one, this one's gonna be pretty tough. Anyone feel comfortable with luxury cars before I show you?
Yeah.
You mean like if we're sitting in them?
Depends what luxury means.
Well, this is a Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's a 2019. It's got 13,000 miles on it.
Gosh.
It's got the Starlight package. You could see there, top left image. Classic. Several other upgrades. And factory wheels available also. Don't know if that means it's priced into the listing here or not, but they're available. And that's all the information I can give you. It's blue paint, blue interior, nice stars. I don't know. Seems cool.
That is one sweet looking ride.
Yeah. We're going to start this one off with current leader, Kenzie.
79,000.
Kenzie, come on. It's a Royals race, baby.
Royals.
I just
I'll let you revise it if you want to.
fine. 95,000.
95.
Yeah.
Jason
So,
seems confident.
I got a funny story. So I played golf where they have the Honda Classic, and I was talking to one of the cart girls, and I said, "Who's the most famous person you make drinks for?" "Oh, Tiger Woods is out here, Dan Marino." And she goes, "Scottie Pippen. We call him No Tippin' Pippen because he rolls in. He rolls in a Rolls Royce Ghost and does not tip the cart girl, so they call him No Tippin' Pippen." So I just want to throw that out there for you.
That's pretty funny.
I hope he's not
Nice.
watching because he's going to hold
Scotty,
this
I
against
don't
her.
think Scottie Pippen knows who we are, guys.
Yeah.
Not
I
yet.
don't think we're
Not
worried
yet.
about that. Dad, what do you think about Rolls Royce?
I've never really priced a Rolls Royce, but it looks expensive.
Because you have pulling sleds. You can't afford
Yeah. I like Justin Van Tassel, 300,000.
300.
I have no idea, but he
Steve?
popped up right there.
I'm at 350.
350. Trev?
200.
200. Brando?
$500,000.
$500,000.
Straight.
Quite the jump. Uncle Kev?
I should know about this. I
Yeah,
drive a
for sure.
Mercedes Benz every day.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a great point. Yeah.
So I know about luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have full confidence in you.
I'm gonna say that's got to be like 250.
250. Jason?
What's that gap between 350 and 500? Is there anything else in there?
It's 150.
That is the gap. It's 150,000.
Hey, dickhead, Steve. I
I was trying to answer your question.
Am I the last one?
Yes, you are.
350 and $1.
That was a good answer. That is the
50
best
and
answer.
$1. Great answer,
That's a pretty good answer.
but not correct at all. Uncle Kev, 250.
Oh,
I mean, he's got a Mercedes. What else? I
Told you.
What
knows
did
everything.
Kenzie
This
say?
is
Well
What did
versed.
Kenzie say?
95.
Kenzie said 95.
Well,
wasn't that
well,
Only
she
200.
started
There's
at
only two off,
75.
Jason. Only two. Only
Two.
two.
Not bad. That's kind of close.
I like that Jason tried to
Matt?
help her too. He's like, higher.
Well,
was
usually
close.
I'm like guessing 100,000 above like
Yeah.
the regular answer.
It's true. Dad, you had 300,000. Very
That
close.
was close.
That was
Super
close.
The closest, for sure.
I feel like I should get a point for being the closest.
No.
No,
Well,
hey, read the rules. Read the rules, Massetti. Quit being a whiner.
can anyone read the second line here? Anyone?
I just said I feel like I should.
Without
Shit,
going
guys.
over.
I mean,
Oh,
It says
without
without
going.
going-
Okay.
It says without
Okay.
going over.
Thanks, Steve.
James.
Yeah.
Just
I-
wanted to clarify
Wait,
that.
don't go
Somebody
too
said
fast.
Hey, James. Somebody said it's Ben Mala's car. Is that right?
What?
Somebody said it's Ben Mala's car. Who's Ben Mala?
Oh,
I can look it up.
That's the first question.
Is the guy watching?
Yeah.
Ben Mala or like the?
No. William Lundberg is from Bowling Green's watching, and he said
No,
it's
this
Ben
is
Mala.
Daryl Pretlow.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he's just listing it. I don't know. It is sold. I'll tell you that. It was sold in Houston.
Darn.
Anyways,
So Ben Mala
sorry,
is a
Kev.
content creator for real estate.
Okay.
On the YouTubes.
Gotcha. Well, it could be. I don't know. But regardless, Uncle Kev with the point. Uncle Kev and Kenzie tied first place, 1 point.
So I don't get any points. Justin and I don't get any points for being close.
Brian.
That's
No,
literally
I'm
the
just
rule.
asking.
Don't make me mute you, Miss Eddie.
I'm new here. Shit, guys. Just
Well,
all right.
Dad,
let me know.
I think you got a better chance on this one. These are some India Pro Pullers. We've got 7 passes on them. They're freshly sharpened. They were ran on a light limited. Pay attention to the spelling there. They were upgrading, so that was the only reason for selling. They're on Midwest wheels. They're 27 inches wide and 16 inches back spaced. That's all I got for you. Dad, you're going to start this one off. Keep in mind the spelling of light there. Something to
I
consider.
see that. But are they? What is India Pro Puller?
I don't know. I was.
So it's
That's the mystery.
It's a Parks. So Parks had a patent, and then it didn't wear off yet. So they came up with something similar, and they called them India Pro Pullers. So it's kind of a knockoff of the Parks tire. So
Okay,
that's good information.
Yes, and they come with the wheels.
Yep.
Jesus, your brother Kevin, Brian. This is making me. I'm nervous about you guys.
That's 7,500.
7,500. Steve.
I don't have any damn idea.
Work on it, Justin.
I 10,000.
10,000.
Damn it, Steve. Okay.
Trev.
Sorry, Kenzie. We can share it.
Okay.
12.5.
12.5. Brandon.
I'm gonna apologize if I'm causing anyone to have a seizure. I've got to let the dog out to use the bathroom. But
Do you have a bidet for him?
Through Lonnie.
Do you have a bidet for your dog? Because
I was gonna
understand
try
it's
and do a Lonnie
life-changing.
accent, but I'm not gonna do that. What's the split?
We're at 7,500, 10,000, 12,500. We're going at increments of
Obviously,
2,500 right now.
Obviously,
I'm gonna
it's
go
15,000.
even 5. Great.
5. Okay, we're still safe on the increments there. Uncle Kev, what do you think?
I was
15.
thinking 75 as well, but Brian already took it. 7,600.
7,600. Jason.
I'm gonna go. I want to say 17.5, but I think I'm gonna be high, and I don't want to do what Brian did and be a little bit over. I'm gonna say 15.
15. Kenzie.
Let's do 11.5.
11.5. Pretty solid. I can't remember what this one is, but I think, yep, Dad, 7,500. Uncle Kev won that.
I feel like that's
So-
cheap. No.
I do. I think that's too cheap.
Yeah.
They were really popular, you guys, for a year.
Brandon might be a good time if you're going to build a tractor. Get 'em
Yeah.
cheap while they are.
I never heard of that
Dad,
before.
Dead on 7,500. He's going to get 3 points.
Nailed
Quite
it.
a comeback. Guess you didn't even need the point from before.
See, you guys pissed me off by not giving me that point. Now I'm taking
Well,
it serious.
Then can I get a point? I was only 100 over.
No.
Nope. But good try, Kev. 7,600.
Yeah,
You wanted 75. Clearly, unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's what it is.
What would have happened if Uncle Kev would have said 7,500? Do we like split the 3 points, or do
Yeah,
we
I'd
both
probably
get 3
split.
points?
I'd probably split them.
Okay.
Oh, point and a half each.
The very
Yeah.
first hobby horse
We're watching the hobby horse video.
competition is fierce.
Yes.
Hold your horses. You are watching the first ever
Holy
hobby
shit.
horse competition in the U.S. If you thought that frolicking
this is
around with a
funny
horse
because
head on a stick was
people
just
just
a
did this at
goofy
Cal
childhood
Poly.
thing,
I saw it on
well,
Instagram.
not anymore.
Do this.
These girls are
Like
going
last
for the
night.
gold. For these competitors, hobby horsing is a serious sport.
It is really hard. You have to really pick your legs up, so it's kind of like hurdling.
During the competition, the girls mimic equestrian activities by riding and performing various movements with their
The
hobby
hell is this
horses.
world coming
There's
to?
lots of galloping and jumping. The sport is a big deal in Finland, Sweden, Germany, and the UK, and it's growing in
That
popularity
explains it.
here. At the inaugural
So-
event in Almond, Michigan, 120 contestants participated. The day ended with top honors for these winners, who are learning that horsing around can be fun.
That's phenomenal.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you
Well,
for
we're
that,
gonna
Jason.
come back to it later, but anyways, I'm just disappointed. Anyways,
No, we literally just made 4 freshmen do this like 2 days ago because there
We
was
made
something on.
Oh, Trevor, do you know that hazing is frowned upon?
yeah,
No,
dude, you
it
can't
wasn't
haze.
hazing. They said that they would do it.
But I heard Trevor say he made him.
Yeah, no, we all
I
heard
did
it.
not.
We all heard it.
I did not.
You said
You're
we,
part of
Trev.
we.
You gotta be careful.
Oh, yeah, well, true.
Anyways, I think we ought to stick to using that little rainbow unicorn to get under Steve's skin and then give him a little peck on the cheek with it. You know, Jason's best friend, Steve.
Melanesian. Steve
That's
Melanesian.
the one. I was waiting for that.
Oh,
All right, I got more points to get. Let's go.
yeah. This next one.
Oh, shit.
We got a
What is
22
that?
Robinson R66 Copta. I added the Copta. It's got leather seats. It's got a tinted impact resistant windshield and windows.
That's
It's got
good.
radar altimeter displays on MFD Garmin Flightstream 510. Hell yeah. It's got HeliSAS autopilot. It's got vertical speed indicator. AC. It's got a cockpit video camera that shoots 4K Ultra HD. It's got an auxiliary fuel system that holds 23 gallons. It's got a rear center console. That's big. Extra corrosion proofing. Super important. It's got white LED forward strobe fire extinguisher kit. I have
think
no
those are
idea.
separate things.
I think
Those
those
are
are separate
separate
things. Yeah, for sure. And it comes with USB ports too. Huge. So
Charge your phone.
yeah, I think it's got just north of 200 hours or so on it. It wasn't very clear on that number, but you can see it's got all the cool shit there on the top right. It looks pretty sweet too. Yeah. Anyways, that's all the information I have for you. Uncle Steve, we're gonna start this one off with you.
That
What do you
is
think about this
unfortunate.
stuff?
I have a lot of questions.
Hit me.
Does anyone think that they make helicopter windshields that are not impact resistant?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
that's
it's
ridiculous.
gotta be an upgrade. Yeah.
If you have a lot of vertical speed, does that mean like you're coming straight down for a hard landing?
Up.
You would
Or
think.
down. Yeah, no, both
Well,
of those
either
are
way.
correct.
Yeah.
Well,
That
yeah.
would
Do you
suck.
need air conditioning in a helicopter? Can't you just
Yeah.
open
Actually,
the fucking
yeah.
window?
For sure.
No.
it's like a spotlight.
What if you're in the desert?
Oh, that's a
What
good
if
point.
you're-
Like you just
What if you're in Fresno,
bake up
California
there.
in the summertime?
Okay, that's fair. So the next question I have is,
I want to
Yeah,
remind you
23
guys
gallons.
about the rules. I want to remind you about the rules of the show. It's a Facebook marketplace. James puts up a thing. We say a number, then we move on.
I mean, 23 gallons of
Steve
gas,
wasn't on
that's
here
not
last week,
enough.
and he's excited.
That's 23 in the auxiliary fuel system.
Auxiliary.
You
Auxiliary.
don't know how
okay.
much is in the normal one.
Okay.
Any
All
other
right, I
questions?
am going to come
crabby.
in at 97,000.
97,000. Trev? Cheating, Trev. What do you
I
think?
think. Shit, I don't know. I know that like helicopters and planes are just stupid expensive.
You know the answer. What is it,
Great
Trev?
observation. Hit us.
I think I'm gonna go like 900,000.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Go way high.
900?
900. Brando?
I feel like
Almost a
we've
million.
established the range.
I'm going 700,000.
700. Uncle Kev?
Jeez.
You're a big Mercedes and Rolls
What'd they
Royce
say?
guy. They
I
said
know, and this looks pretty
97,000.
luxurious.
900,000, 700,000. This is a very luxurious helicopter.
This is the kind of helicopter you ride in the back seat.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exactly.
Maybe not.
That's what I'm thinking.
What they say for what's the guess? What Trevor say?
He said 900.
What's the next one?
700.
4 to 9. Ooh. 500.
Okay.
$1,000.
Jason?
85,000
American USD.
85,000. Kenzie?
150,000.
150. Dad, you're the last guest. Kind of give us your thoughts here on this Robinson copter.
I think they're expensive. I did get to go in a Fresno police helicopter. That's not like riding in a Fresno police car. It's different. You don't get handcuffed. It's different. And it was with George Valdez, Steve. And
really?
anyways, yeah, it was really
That's
awesome. But like their helicopters are in the like $2 to $3 million range. Like they got some fancy shit on them, for catching bad guys. But
this one's pretty fancy.
Do they have air conditioning?
Yes, it did. Didn't have leather seats. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go with a flat cool mill.
Flat cool
Maybe,
mill.
maybe I'm way off. I've never bought a helicopter.
Does
Never even
does
priced one.
anyone want to know the new purchase price of a Robinson R66?
Hit us, Steve.
As long as we've
940.
taken
Steve,
could
how
have
do we know
built
we didn't
one.
look this up before?
We could have built one.
Well, trust me, I wouldn't have bid 95,000 if I knew this. It's 940,000 new.
Shit.
Well, I bet it was different in 2022 because this one is listed for 1.25 million.
my God.
Dad, with a guess of 1 milli, gets the point. 4 points
That's
now.
insane.
People are selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace like this.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
No,
know
they're
they
listing
listed
it. They're
They're
listing
Yeah,
it.
this is where is this, in Colombia?
I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But
There's
I
something
don't think
fishy about this deal.
this is
No,
a nice,
it's got leather
this is a
seats
nice
and
copter.
an impact resistant windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
True. And air
And
conditioning.
most importantly, USB ports. That was an upgrade.
I
Yeah.
bet it'd be cheaper if that windshield was just like regular resistant, like non-impact resistant.
Probably.
Be cheaper. Probably be 500,000.
Yeah,
Probably, but it's 1.25 million.
Well,
Seems weird that it's over asking for new price.
Well, maybe that's without.
I kept looking, and now it says 1.33 million. So
well, there we go.
it's probably right.
Well, the
We
scoreboard
can't-
as
James,
of right now.
James
What?
this is getting out of hand tonight. I think we all haven't been together. I think for like a month, and I think we got to get to just bing, bing, bing. Because look, we got Steve while we're talking, and Uncle Kevin's. Who knows what
True.
he's doing? I'm just
True.
gonna shut up. Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll hit this one pretty quick. Dad's in the lead, 4 points. Kevin and Kenzie just behind with 1 point, actually pretty far behind. Everyone else, 0 points. This next listing, our fifth listing, is package deal. You get mules, harness, and wagon. Okay. Attention, all mule enthusiasts. Are you in the market for a strong and reliable mule team, harness, and wagon? Look no further because we have the perfect match for you. These horses here are a rare breed. It's a dynamic duo. They make a great team. They've been working together for years, and they've got a strong bond. They're ready to plow a field, haul a heavy load, participate in parades, anything you need. May and Pete, those are their names, have been to Eminence, Missouri, Arkansas, multiple area trail riding parks, horse shows, and all sorts of things. Pete's 18. May is just 8. They're both 14.1 to 14.2 hands tall. They're a solid team, and they've been drove and rode pretty much everywhere. The road's safe, easy to handle, and will stand tight all day. No soundness or health issues. What more could you want out of 2 mules? So this one we're going to start off with Cheap Trev. Trev, hit us real quick.
Shit, I have no idea. Give me $10,000.
10,000.
For
Brando?
mules?
Me?
I have no idea.
Yep.
What, a wagon too?
Are they worth?
Gonna go 40.
$40,000.
You can hear somebody creeping. I can hear somebody creeping.
Maybe, yeah, 40,000.
40,000.
I should
Uncle
know. My
Kev?
girlfriend does horses, but horses and mules are very different, so I should probably not say that.
What'd Trevor say?
He said 10,000.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2,000 a piece, 4,000 bucks.
What about the harness and wagon?
4,500 bucks.
That is true. What was the Amish wagon
4,000.
worth? It was like
4,500. Jason?
4,501.
4,501. Kenzie?
6,500.
65. Dad?
7,500.
75. Steve?
$5,500.
5,500. Uncle Kev? That was a great guess. Jason? That was a little bit better. 4,800. Jason gets the point for the package deal. And now, sort of staying in the same general realm, we're going to look at a mechanical bull.
Yes.
The only information I have here is it is a mechanical bull. It's used, but
It
in
is
good
in
condition.
fact
And
bull.
it's from Oakland, Tennessee. Brandon, your girlfriend does horses.
Are
What do you
there
think?
any colleges in Oakland, Tennessee?
Don't ask me. Continue.
We're gonna go 22,500.
22,500.
No, 2,000.
No, that was a mistake.
Okay.
No, he said 22,500.
I
Sure.
heard it.
Sure.
We're locking
Somebody
in
meant.
2,500
Nothing to lose.
or
Sure.
2,250. Can you
I think
repeat?
it was
No, it was
2,500. 2,500.
500.
Okay. Uncle Kev?
Seems like it should be more than that. 4,000. 4,000.
4,000. Jason?
4,001.
God damn it, Jason.
4,001.
Damn, that guy's good. He is so good.
Kenzie?
Let's do 3,000.
I have 1 point, Steve. I'm not that good.
Dad?
Well, you're
Better
playing it
than
well.
me.
5,000.
5,000. Steve?
4,500.
4,500. Trev, last guess.
5,500.
5,500. That was a great guess, Trev. I mean it. 6,000.
Oh,
Wow.
Very, very good. This is a pretty competitive game, aside from Dad being way out in front with 4 points. Dad, 4 points. Trevor, Kevin, Kenzie, Jason, 1 point each. But I'll remind you, there's still a lot of points up for grab. I don't know. I think we have, just last listing. But again, as we did last week.
So a lot means 3.
3 points.
No,
Oh,
Steve, you weren't
missed it,
here.
Steve.
Last week, I said we're changing the rules of the game. Instead of the last listing being $1,000 or less, the last listing you guess the price and the location, and
Okay.
the points are completely up to me, my own discrepancy.
Nice.
There's practically no rhyme or reason. It is just whatever I'm feeling, however close.
Sounds
to it.
right.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like that about James. That's why he's my favorite.
Continue.
Oh,
My
what?
favorite host of a podcast.
Ooh, we almost got a point taken away. Not yet, but this next one, this is a 1 bed, 1 bath, waterfront estate. This cabin has full living space. It's got 1 queen bed, 1 whole queen bed, bath with shower. Living area has couch and 2 recliners.
Oh, nice.
The kitchen, it's got a regular refrigerator, a stove, a microwave. There's a TV in living space and bedroom. I don't know if that means that that's the same room or it has 2 TVs.
I think 2 TVs.
Who knows?
It might be the same room. Yep.
It very well could be. It's good marketing if they said it like this. It's got a 10 by 12 storage building with attached shed. You could kind of just barely see it back there.
That's not a shed.
It's got a boat dock and ramp. I mean, you could launch anything from there.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a golf cart and lawnmower.
Oh,
it's got one outside swing. It is on a 0.77 acre lot, so you have pretty much all the land you could ever need. It's got a full porch across the back of the cabin, waterfront porch, mind you. New roof, new windows. It's got 2 carports on the property. It's got Duchess air and heat, and it's ready to move in. They also pump the water from the outside to water the yard. Genius. Your water bill is like nothing. I don't know if it has running water to the house. That's not really been made clear. But
you don't need it. It's all sitting right out back.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's got air and heat. Yep. So I mean, this is really, I could see this being a perfect vacation home for someone, or really just any home. Great little spot. So this one, I believe we're going to start off with Uncle Kev. Uncle Kev, we're going to just have you guess the price for now, and then we'll come back and do the location.
Okay.
So what do you think the price is listed for?
$40,000.
40,000. Jason, you do mortgages.
Yeah.
That's kind of your thing.
Yeah, no, they have to have electricity and running water for us to classify it as a home.
Oh,
It has electricity. There's a meter.
There's water right next to the house.
Yep, no, I clearly see the water, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to come in at strong 29.9.
29.9.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Kenzie?
35,000.
35. Dad?
Well, I was liking 36.
36. Were you just saying that, or did you really mean it?
That was already in my head.
Interesting. Steve?
42,000.
42. Trev?
15,000.
15. Brandon?
Is this with other pictures, is this a large body of water or a small body of water? Is this all we get?
That's all you get, but you can take a little peek here.
That doesn't.
They may be standing on the other side.
Probably give me a good idea about
Well, I
this
think you took the
waterfront
picture
thing.
next to that tree. So this could be a puddle.
Well, I mean, you could
It
pretty
just
much
rained really
see
hard.
the scale, but keep in mind, I mean, it's got a boat dock. It's big
Okay.
enough.
It can't be that small.
You don't want to.
Fair
you don't
enough.
want to put a boat dock.
Fair enough. I mean, I made boats as a kid with bark, so I don't know what.
Oh, so you're a professional.
No.
He's got it.
High expectations here, then.
25, 2,000. No, yeah, 25K.
25K. Well, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'm rather disappointed in you all. Now we're going to go reverse order. So starting with Brandon. Brandon, did you watch last week's episode?
I didn't, but I watched a week before that, so you can give me a rundown.
We kind of did the same thing, yeah. So basically, you need to guess a location and be as specific as you can. The closer you are while being specific, the more points you'll get. And I mean, you could get 80 million points from this single listing. It's really, it's entirely up to me.
80
So
million.
you could give like a, let's just say, well, I won't use an actual U.S. state, so we'll go Quebec. Like you could say like Southeast Quebec or like whatever you want. You know.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go in Arkansas, and I'm gonna go kind of right in the middle left corner ish.
Jesus.
Middle left top.
I don't know
or
any.
middle left bottom.
I don't. I mean, kind of. I'll give you a city.
Do you mean northwest?
Bentonville.
Thank you,
Is that
Steve.
north?
What's
No,
that?
no. Yeah. Bentonville-ish.
Bentonville.
Yeah. somewhere over there.
No way.
I think you're looking at a map.
Okay, I went. There was a bike race. I went over there, and the trees look similar. Actually, I don't know. I was in Canada. I was up in Canada, and I went to this bike race, and it looked similar to that. Yes, over there.
Was it maybe in Quebec?
It might have been in Quebec with a Q.
Trev, you're up.
I was originally thinking Louisiana.
Don't tell me Bentonville, Arkansas.
No, not Bentonville, Arkansas. I'm looking at a map, and I'm going to say Louisiana, and the town is Shreveport, I think, because that's
Shreveport.
Come on,
that's how you say
it's
it.
like the
Shreveport.
second biggest port in the country.
Isn't that where Lonnie and Jennifer are from?
Pretty close.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's close.
I was gonna guess.
Steve?
Southwest Tennessee.
Southwest.
That's what I was gonna say.
Dad?
Well, before Cheatin' Trev said it, I was already in Louisiana, but I don't think it's Shreveport. I think it's Saint Amant, Louisiana.
Saint Amant. How do you spell that?
Wait.
Saint, like Saint James.
Yeah, no, I got that part.
And then
the next one.
Amant.
Okay.
So apparently it's okay to look at maps for this portion of the game?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
you
Trev
kinda
is
said
living
so.
up to his expectation here, James.
He
Did
never
you
said
take
there was
account-
any
he was
rules.
looking at a map.
If you're going to get specific, you got to get specific.
That's fine.
Like
It's fine.
to
We'll
get
allow it this
80
week.
million points, you got to be
You want to
good.
give me a town in Southwest Tennessee, Uncle
I
Steve?
couldn't possibly name a town in Southwest Tennessee.
Well, then you're good.
Well, that's why you just
Andy?
zoom in randomly and you pick one.
Fucking Google Southwest Tennessee and you'll get a city name.
Oh, I know I was trying not to cheat, but that's cool.
You were
That's
looking
cool.
up helicopter prices.
After I guessed.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that's splitting
Kenzie?
hairs.
Kenzie, thoughts?
Southern Louisiana.
Southern Louisiana. Jason?
Madera,
thoughts?
California.
Damn it! All my guesses have been taken now.
You want to lock that in?
I do.
Okay. Uncle Kev, last guess. This is a big one. Very important. You can do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chowchilla, and I was gonna say Tennessee.
I was gonna say Chowchilla in Tennessee.
You look the same. You can hardly tell the difference.
Is there a Chowchilla, Tennessee?
No, it was two different guesses, and now I'm gonna say it's in Texas.
Where about?
Did anybody say Texas yet?
Nope, nobody said Texas.
I'm gonna say Central.
Central Texas.
South. Okay, southeast.
No man. You want to go? You want to go?
You would want to
northeast.
go closer to all the other states.
That's what I'm saying. He
Well,
means
I'm not
northeast.
looking at a map like you guys. Okay.
I'm not either. I just know
Northwest.
directions. Jesus Christ.
It's just Texas. Okay, it's in Texas.
Okay, you want
Let's say
Texas.
it's Texas. It's
We'll
not
say-
Chowchilla.
You're not
It's-
getting 80 million points.
It's not Texas, and I'm gonna do a little bit of googling here, because I will tell you nobody got the correct state.
Oh shit!
But I will tell you,
Oregon.
there are two states here that are relatively close to the right answer. I really am disappointed.
North Dakota.
Again, I was disappointed in the price, but I'm really disappointed in your performance here, all of you.
Pretty sure James is giving himself 80 million points.
Yeah,
I very well could, and I think it would be justified, but
it'll be the
It's in
first time
Florida.
you win the show.
it's okay. Okay, Trevor said Shreveport, Louisiana.
No,
It is
he
not
said
in
Shreveport.
Shreveport,
Yeah, like
whatever.
Trevor, you know.
Yeah, not like Steve Port.
Brandon,
like
you said
Shreveport.
Bentonville, Arkansas, correct?
Yeah.
Dad, you said Saint Amant. Where is Saint Amant in Louisiana? Can you confirm that for me?
No. I mean, I'll look it up.
Well, I mean, you looked it up in the first place, no?
I Googled Louisiana swamps. That's what I got.
That's cheating.
Well, that's borderline for sure.
Not a
That's what
swamp,
Trevor
though.
gets
It's next to a puddle.
It's not very swampy.
That is not why I guessed it. It's because I found them Facebook listing. Yeah.
Okay. Saint Amant. I got it.
Trevor just admitted to cheating.
I didn't find it.
Yeah, you did what, Trevor?
No. I didn't find it. James said none of us got the state right, so I can't have cheated.
Okay, well, I will.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Trev?
Trevor admitted to cheating.
Wait, why don't you tell us where it is or what the price was?
Me?
Just the only guy that knows the price.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who won the episode here. Okay, I will tell you. We'll do this dramatically. Dad, you were 5 hours and 32 minutes away with one railroad crossing.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty good. We're going to say, Trevor.
But I was in the wrong state.
You were in the wrong state. Trevor, you said
Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Trevport.
Shreveport, yeah.
Trevor, you were waiting for it to load. 1 second.
Come
You
on,
were
be in Texas.
5 hours and 59 minutes away.
What was Dad? 49 minutes?
32.
It was less.
It's not over. It's not over. Kenzie, you said South Louisiana. I'm going to say that Dad's guess was Southeastern. So I don't think you're in the running.
This one is
fortunately.
taking a while. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's how it is.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is this in Alabama? This is in Alabama.
It's not in Alabama. You're close.
Mississippi.
Finally,
That's the only other option.
Bentonville. Bentonville is 7 hours and 18 minutes away. But guys,
Bentonville.
Wait,
Is that
wait,
Arkansas?
hang on. You got to go by miles here because there's some mountains in there.
hey,
No,
Brandon,
go by minutes.
Brandon, I make the
Okay,
rules.
Sorry.
I make the rules.
You can't tell.
Alright.
You
Yes,
can't tell
master.
James how he has to do it.
Yes, master.
Not
That's
at
how
all.
you get kicked off the game, hombre.
That's true.
Yes, master.
But what I'm actually going to do here is Uncle Steve said southwestern Tennessee. I'll tell you, what's a big city in southwestern Tennessee?
Memphis.
There we go.
I mean, Memphis and Nashville are the only two I know.
Orlando.
Well, Memphis, very southwestern Tennessee, only 2 hours away. The lack of specificity and the lack of getting the state correct means you're only going to get 1 point. But this one was in Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Oh, shit.
It was
Holy
not
shit.
on the Mississippi River. As you can probably tell.
$135,000.
It was also listed for $135,000. Just, I mean, incredibly embarrassing for all of you. 42,000, closest guess. Uncle Steve also gets the point.
Doubled
for the
up.
price, bringing him to second place. Dad with the win.
I feel
4
like you're not
points.
using your discretion appropriately.
Well, that blows my hopes of moving to Mississippi. Shoot.
Steve, what did you just say?
I said you're not using your discretion appropriately.
Okay, let's just recall here. You didn't give me a specific city. You
I was
didn't get the
closest.
state correct. You were the closest, so you get 1 point.
Doubled up, closest.
Yeah, that's true. You got 2 points from that.
Nobody
round.
said Mississippi.
I was beyond surprised, Kev. You did say Texas, though, which was probably the worst guess. Oh, no, Madera, California was by far the worst. But
Yeah, that's
the
why I
worst
didn't
reasonable
stick with
guess.
Chowchilla.
Southeastern Texas wouldn't have been bad, honestly. But Texas as a whole was a pretty terrible guess.
And he
Anyways,
kept trying to move west, remember?
he did.
No,
yeah.
you told me. Whatever.
No.
Okay, let's
Whatever.
move on. Let's just move on.
Anyways, Dad,
Can we
with the win.
can we just talk about who won?
Yeah, you did win. That's your second in a matter of 3 episodes, I believe.
I
Correct?
know. Yes.
Hot streak.
Oh, this is weird.
Who won last weekend or last week?
I don't know. Oh, I think. Oh no. Michael Fields did.
Did he win?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, very impressive.
So we got to get him. We got to get him a T-shirt.
Yeah, we do owe him a T-shirt. I don't remember that. Anyways,
Yeah, he did.
well, Dad wins this one. Another T-shirt coming your way.
Awesome.
Steve,
Yeah.
Pretty strong comeback there. Second place, 2 points. Trevor, Kevin,
impressive.
Kenzie, Jason, 1 point. Brandon, thank you for coming. Try again next time.
Brandon, strong showing though, buddy.
Wait, is Brandon the only guy that didn't get a point?
That's really
Just
sad.
give him a point.
Yes.
James, can you give him
You know,
give him one?
you know,
give
Kev,
him one
I,
of my
I totally
It's a
would.
pity
He did
point.
guess $40,000 for 2 mules, and his girlfriend is super into horses. So
There's a big
I'm gonna
difference
have
in
to,
horses.
Very
and dogs.
different. It's different. It's different.
well,
They-
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I take a moment to thank my family for their support in my win here tonight?
No.
I want
Alright,
to thank
guys,
my
so
wife
this was a great
Specific,
episode.
any specific
wife
family
for
members
her
you want to point out?
IT support. Because without Christy, I wouldn't be able to look at this computer screen and guess all these Facebook games. Jason and Kinsey, I want to thank you guys for this platform, letting me win this Facebook game. It's been quite fantastic. I think this is going to make for great TV. Our ratings are going to go up. It's
You
just
said
been
that
a
2
phenomenal
weeks ago.
game. Well, I feel the same way tonight. And Steve, thank you for being here tonight so that
That's my pleasure.
I could beat both of my brothers at this game. Anyways, it's been a fantastic evening. That's all. I want to thank everybody for my win.
What a great speech. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you all for having me. Thanks, Jason, Kenzie, Brandon, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations, Dad.
Thank you, James. Thank you, in all honesty, for putting this game together. I know you have a very busy schedule with everything you've got going on. So thank you for doing this.
No problem. All right.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a good show. Jason, Kinsey, thank you for doing this. What's this bullshit? You want to go to bed or what? You're in a fancy hotel.
I mean,
He
it's
wants to go
only
sit on the
like-
bidet for a little while.
I was gonna say we didn't talk enough about Jason's bidet, but Jason, I hope you have a safe flight tomorrow.
Thank you, bro. Oh, we did talk about the bidet
Whoa.
earlier. So
I missed
I
it.
meant in this segment. You're right. In this segment, we didn't.
I can.
Jason,
what?
will you fill?
Hold
You
on.
want to fill Kevin in on your? Yeah, why don't you
No,
take
I'm-
it in there and show us?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Oh my God.
No, don't
Show it
like
in
don't
action,
go
baby.
in.
Right. Like
Not
don't
on
take
the
a shit.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah, be
go in
careful
and like
about this.
video the bidet and show us what it's like.
Kevin, he's got a heated toilet
Do it.
seat.
No.
Yeah, heated, and then also a little water to tickle his fancy.
Oh no.
This sounds.
Kenzie, get ready.
I
to-
missed a lot
yeah.
in the first part.
Jason's that is a fancy looking hotel, dude. You're there all by yourself.
It's a great hotel. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh shit! I cut out at exactly the wrong time.
No, it's.
So there's the remote. Can you guys see the remote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the toilet right there.
Push the button,
Yep.
Jason. Push the button.
I
Show us
see
what
it.
it does.
Wait, what happens
No.
if you're not sitting on it and you turn it on? This.
Yeah, just push the button. See what happens.
No.
We
Let's
gotta
just see
find
what
out.
happens.
It's a hotel. You're not.
It's yeah. You don't have to.
The hotel has a cleaning service. You're not gonna have to clean it up.
I know, but I don't want to get my computer all trashed.
I have a guess as to what would happen.
Yeah. It's gonna squirt me in the face.
That's exactly what I was guessing.
And he's gonna drop his
That
laptop.
would have been funny. Well, thanks for the recap.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It
No,
changed his life. It changed his
I
life.
sat down last night and there was a heated toilet seat, and I looked over the wall. There's a remote, and I think those were those bidets. So I hit the rear button, and all of a sudden, and then I was like, "Whoa!" And it was warm water. It was amazing.
Wait, is there a button other than rear?
There's a front, and then there's a
What?
alternating. Yep.
So after you hit the
change
rear
direction.
one, you hit the front
You
one.
can change power. You can change power. How much stream you want?
Can you change the temperature of it?
I
Turn that
haven't-
one up to 11.
I got here at 8:30, guys. I went straight to the bar last night.
On the back of the remote, you change the temperature, but it's gradual. It's not like instant. It's not like an insta hot, right? I think.
Brian's like our local bidet
I was gonna
expert.
say he knows a lot about them.
They're legit.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't so far on the other side of the house, I'd take the computer and show you guys. But I wouldn't be a wussy like Jason. I'd hit the damn button because that would make for good TV.
But it's too far.
But it's too far away.
Yeah, right.
Well, I have to pick up the Christy's computer, and if I took Christy's computer in the bathroom, what if I dropped it in the toilet and then
Like shot water all over it or something?
Is that what I did?
Yeah, right.
Right, which
That's
is
what I
literally
do.
what Jason said. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to get my computer
Weird.
covered in bidet water.
Yeah, well,
Jason does it, but not Mercedes.
I mean, Jason,
Yeah.
people expect that kind of shit from Jason, right?
I'm going to be 50 this year at GSI 25, GSI 3 or 4. I don't know what year we're on now, and I got to start growing up, Mercedes. I want to be better.
Wait, when's your birthday? When's your birthday, Jason?
November 9th.
Oh, I am the oldest person on this podcast.
He's going to be 50 here a couple months, right?
Me? Yeah, in June. I'll turn 50 in June.
Yeah.
And yet Jason has like 6 times as much hair as I do.
It's that has nothing to do with age. That's genetics, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Except look at my brother Brian, who also has 6 times as hair as I do.
I don't
No,
know.
well, it's not, whatever,
Kev.
you know.
Yeah,
Ancestry-
what are you talking about?
Ancestry.com, guys, or whatever that thing is. Me and me, or you send your DNA.
23.
Yeah,
23 and me.
23 and me.
Yeah, that way the government has your DNA.
Yeah, you don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Kenzie, did we ever play our Peissig runs for the TPC for the mini
We
run?
haven't.
Well, here, let's do this.
We can do that
That was awesome.
Pretty good one.
Amazing.
How far is Hammond, Louisiana, James, from you? In all seriousness,
Hammond.
yeah.
What's going on there, and when's it happening? March 28th and 29th.
Yeah.
On my birthday.
I could make it the 29th, I think.
Okay, so we at Full Pull Entertainment need to hire 2 more camera operators. So, but you couldn't meet down there on Friday.
No way, Friday. But I could be there the 29th.
We'll talk about it.
James,
I
you
will
couldn't
be there
skip
the
a couple
29th,
classes?
actually, I think.
No, he's like in some investment club. He's going to be a big deal someday.
The 28th, I have an investment pitch. It's a big deal. Gonna be my last one, probably. So,
What are you pitching?
new bank, Brazilian bank.
Feeling good about that?
Not yet, but by March 28th, I will be.
All
Yeah,
right.
he'll have it dialed in on the 27th, guys. Don't worry. So, well, this has
They'll have
been
it dialed in right before that.
This has been another amazing Let's Grow Pulling podcast. We started out at 7:30 tonight with the Peissig brothers with the mini rods. We showed their video a little bit ago. 8 o'clock, we started talking to Quoin, Illinois. They have a big truck and tractor pull this weekend. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, 3 days, free admission. It's indoors. They're going to have a lot of fun. And then Hammond, Louisiana, just played their promo video. We talked about that tonight. And then we talked about New Richmond, Wisconsin, April 4th, 5th. And then Mike brought Brian Massetti on for pulling through the past. And of course, now we're wrapping up our segment with MLM Motorsports and the Massetti family along with Brandon and Kenzie and I. So it's been a great show. I'm going to play our good night video and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Peace out. Love you all.
Thanks.
Today. Let's talk about today. Compare national and state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
Is 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put her right in the registration booth with the
just this ever-evolving story.